Hello, 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 everybody. Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? Good to see you. Janet, I said waiting prayers. Number one, sweetie. God bless. God bless. Much love. You number one, girl. Number two, Zip. How you doing tonight, girl? Hello, PG. Much love, prayers. Much love and prayers. Amen. Amen. Yes. For summer. For summer. God bless. God bless. You number two in here tonight, girl. Number two. And Pam O'Connor, you number three. Hey, PG. I hope you're well. Hey, girl. Doing good. Doing good. Hope you everybody else doing good tonight, too. God bless. God bless. I appreciate you caring. God bless. And Nancy, number four. Number four. Take the focus off summer. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, that's what they're doing. That's what they've been doing. They've been doing that like freaking day one, right? Been doing that for a while now. Been doing that for a while. Sad, but true, girl. You got that right. You got that right. God bless. And Juno, how you doing tonight? How you doing? How you doing, crime? How you doing tonight? Susie, how you doing? Robin, how you doing? Peas in a pod, how you doing, sweetie? How you doing tonight? I just seen something there. Hold on. Holy moly. I knew I saw that. Hey, PG, Mons and Chad, how you doing? That is cute. Holy moly. I love it. Let me see. Hey, Connie, how you doing? Kathy, how you doing tonight, sweetie? Let me going down through here. Tattoos, I seen you, girl. I seen you. God bless. Angel, how you doing tonight? Second to none. Beth Ann, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, how you doing, Magic Jack? How you doing? God bless. Bagel Mom, how you doing? It does sound, when I say beagle, it sounds like I'm saying bagel. I know it. I know it. That's hilarious. Look at me on. How you doing tonight? How you doing, Sharon? Southern girl. How you doing? Let me get on down through here. All the other Sharon, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. God bless. The real Rockin' Robin. Hey, the legacy. How you doing tonight, sweetie? How you doing? Zelda. There you are, girl. Patty Ponytail. I see a lot of people in here I haven't seen for a while. Scorpio Queen, how you doing? Hey, Pam, there you are, girl. There you are. All in the tanks, how you doing? Okay, we're at the bottom. I'm Jody Ann. How you doing tonight, sweetie? Yeah, Deputy Sheriff, how you doing tonight? How you doing? God bless. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. You guys are so beautiful. Pam Tate. that is beautiful. A lot of love in the chat. A lot of love. A lot of love. Um, and I know all of our lives have to be getting better because so many prayers going up, right? So many prayers going up for summer, for one another. I thank God for all of that. I thank God for all of that. Miss Justice, how you doing tonight, sweetie? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. My wrench. My wrench. Good evening, PG in chat. How you doing tonight, sweetie? God bless. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful, big mom. That is beautiful. Yeah, I like that. Tracy says justice for Summer. Amen. Amen. Absolutely. A lot going on, right? A lot going on. Always a lot going on out here. Hey, Roxy, how you doing tonight, sweetie? Hello, PG chat. Much love and prayers for Summer. God bless. God bless. So much going on out here in the YouTube world. It's like, where do you start, right? Where do you start? I mean, it's calm in some places, but mostly mayhem and everywhere else, right? So much mayhem, so much hatred, right? I see a lot. I get a lot of it. I get a lot of it, right? I see a lot, but I get a lot. It's like, damn. Ain't them folks got anybody else to talk about besides PG? It's like they ain't got nobody else to talk about. Some reason, you know, I'm it. Right? I'm it. It's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's try to catch PG by the toe. Right? And like, what the hell's going on? People out there insane. Yeah, it's getting you know, for wasn't in such a good mood. Wasn't in such a good mood might make me upset, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You got booted from Andrews. Girl, you didn't get booted from much. Let me tell you. You didn't get booted from much. Not over there. That's for damn sure. I would not worry about that. Andrew had you know, here's the thing. He had Allie over there, and like Allie is, you know, talking a whole different ball game now than she was before. You know, she always did kind of seem like she was trying to, you know, protect Candace. You know, I took note that when she was out there talking with well, first of all, she was talking with all mask, right? And you know, she was kind of sugarcoating the bullshit there a little bit as well, right? It's like she's telling something, but not everything. And then, you know, it's like, oh, the house was nasty and those kids were only eating dollar pizzas. And, you know, when I came around and, you know, and Summer really didn't have no toys and, you know, just like little things, right? And she's telling these things, but then, you know, and all me and Candace had it out because of Jose, right? Like everybody, you know, it's too bad Jose didn't, you know, he wasn't an octopus instead of a man, right? But with all them women in the house wanting it. But the point being is, that's what caused the out. But she was like, she really doesn't want to, you know, talk about or accept anything that went down June the 15th or prior to that, where her family and Candace's family were intertwining on a lot of different levels, right? She don't want to talk about none of that. Um, she seems to want to protect Candace in many different lights as well. Um, what I'm saying is her story changed from, some of the bullshit she was saying early on to now. And then Andrew just recently, had her talking on the live, and she was like, you know, changing up everything again. And I'm like, what? Um, what you talking about? Because I clearly heard you in a video with True talk, talking about, Summer showering with Donald. And then it's like, I don't know. And, all of these things. And, well, I don't know. Now she don't know. Summer being 3 years old and brought to her house needing, a hospital and not Allie. Well, now that didn't happen. Um, and then when they were out in the yard talking to, Molly Golightly and JLR and all of them, I noticed Allie's mother would be saying some stuff, yeah, Candace did this and she did that. And one thing, she was like straight giving it up. And Allie was like, paying attention and trying to shut her down, right? No, that's not true. That, and coming at her. And as if she just, has this need in certain areas, especially like, the, touchy feely grabby type thing with these kids. Allie feels she needs to shut it down. When it comes to Summer, when it comes to H, when it comes to any of the kids. Allie doesn't want to talk about it. Is that because she's afraid she's going to incriminate herself? In all of that, right? Because a lot of people are saying, you were the mom. Why were you allowing, your children to be, laying around with adult human beings like Don and Candace Wells? Why were you allowing this? Why was you allowing your, 14, 15-year-old son to go off with a grown ass woman and a 5-year-old child? None of the boys were there. It's not like the oldest boy closer to your age was with them, someone that, that you could relate to. They're with you. These, this was a 5-year-old child that day. So what exactly is going on, right? And, I got to ask myself, I like to ask Candace, if Hunter wouldn't have went with them that day, who would have been watching Summer while they went into, smoke shops that require you to be, 18 to 21 years old? Who would have been staying with Summer at that point? I mean, Grandma and Candace wanted to run into the smoke shops. So if they're both running in there, who would have been out in the vehicle with Summer during their little expeditions to run in these places? That's my, that's something that I would like to ask Candace. Who would have supervised Summer had H not been there? Oh, well, I'd have just let my mother go in, or else I would have just went in. I think that's bullshit. I think you all would have went in and just left Summer to fend for herself in that car. That's what I think. Because that's just the type of humans I think they are, right? I think Summer would have been sitting out there alone, to be honest. And who knows if if she hasn't been out sitting in vehicles alone before, right? Yeah, you can't take her in. She's too little. Minors ain't allowed to be in there, so you would have to wonder. Hey, Virginia girl, God bless. I appreciate that. We got a member tonight. We got a member, y'all. Gifted one. Prayer Garden of America membership. Hey, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. Amen. But yeah, I mean, how would that have worked out? How would that have worked out had Hunter not been there? Now I know that, a lot of people think something might have went down at the swimming hole, right? And hey girl, how you doing? How you doing? Um, and I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it could fit a narrative. It could fit a narrative. If it was pre-planned that way, I don't know. But my thing is could there have been something up? I mean, here's my thing. If you remember, let's go back. Let's go back to the swimming hole. Let's go back to June 15th, 2021 to the swimming hole. If you guys remember, I showed that video. I'll have to pull it out and show it again as well. But I called out some things that was going on in that video, right? Hunter, at one point, Hunter was over in the bushes, turned away from Candace, looking like he may have been, possibly fastening himself up. I don't know. I mean, it looked like it. I mean, you got to call it the way you're seeing it. And it looked like she was catching him in action there. And that is true. This is truth. I mean, I have the video. I've called it out before. Also, what disturbs me is Candace is videoing. She's got her camera and she's videoing Hunter doing this, and then he turns around, right? Then he throws some gang signs, and then she goes to some flowers. We don't ever see Grandis. No feet, no leg, no even a toe. We don't see even a piece of a shoe for Granny, right? I mean, Candace has got this phone waving it all over, and she tells Chris M, she says, there's some flowers down here. Matter of fact, they're over here. And my mom was thinking about picking them, and I was like, we're not, that's, they got law, and I ain't going down for, nothing like this. And because I don't break the law, she says. Trying to be convincing that you don't break the law over some flowers. Um, I call bullshit, Candace. You ain't gonna steal no flowers, but you'll give a fucking minor twisted teas and skittled freaking dates. Come on, are you kidding me? Really? You don't break the law? I mean, from what Hunter says, he was sucking the alcohol down there where you was taking the videos. So, really? Seriously? You're going to stand there and Chris his face and tell him how you don't break the law over a flower when you were down there giving a minor illegal substances? You're a fucking joke, lady. You are a real fucking joke. And that's the least I can say. The least I can say about you. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Sorry about that. Candace, she wants to be a teen. Candace wants to be a teen, but she's not. But my thing is she's taking this video, and and the thing about this video is, as Hunter started to walk out into that water. Do you remember as he's walking out into the water and he's starting to, do a little bit of a splash? That's pretty much where the video ends. That's pretty much where the video ends. So my thing is, was there a reason? I mean, here's my thing. If Summer had to disappear for a reason. Summer had to disappear for a reason. Now we know that Donald was, how would you put it? He made sure he had himself boxed in pretty tight, right? His phone, the Subaru, Starlink, he was making sure, and he even fired Dudley, and I still think Dudley was, Donald's predator for what was going to happen June 15th, 2021. That's why on the 14th he got fired. And also the 14th and 15th, Don started driving that Subaru. What I'm saying is Summer had to disappear for a reason. Now, I truly believe that, Candace, Grandis, and Donald absolutely know or understand why. she, disappeared. I think that, like I said, I truly believe, this is my opinion, but I truly believe from where the puzzle is falling from all of this, with what I'm saying is all the research that I have done, and I've done a lot. Y'all know it. And I have diligently put them pieces together, right? Diligently. Worked on this case overtime. And that's putting it mildly. And this is my opinion. This was premeditated and pre-planned. Whatever happened to Summer, Don boxed himself in to make sure he was going to feel safe, being able to separate himself from everything as it went down. He didn't do a very good job of it by changing everything up like he did, because that just allowed everybody to know what he done. So, throw that shit out the window, right? Sometimes criminals that think they're masterminds end up being, taken down to dirt level where they belong, right? And have to turn around and say, I wasn't a mastermind after all. I was just a shady ass criminal that thought I was a mastermind. And that's Don Wells, to be honest. That's Don Wells. Sure as I'm sitting here. He thought he was a mastermind. But he's not. He's just a fuck up. And a mastermind would have went about their everyday stuff. Yeah, maybe he would have fired Dudley, but he wouldn't have stopped driving this white truck. He would have still been doing, just normal what he does, and be able to answer all the questions, because he would have just did his routine shit and had no problems with anything. But by him changing it up, that's where he fucked up. So boxing himself in screwed him in the long run. But the point being is, as why why did Summer disappear? Why? There has to be a reason. There has to be a why. Was it because, they just decided that, got with the wrong people and just decided that, they wanted to sell her? Like TBI and law enforcement, asked Donald? Did they just decided that this is what they want to do? Had they been, like Dudley said, Don and Candace came out of the house. They had Summer with her head down, possibly sedated. And they were leaving and taking her somewhere. And the boys were saying, where are you taking Sissy? Where are you taking Sissy? Right? Where are you going with her? And they took Summer off somewhere. Had they been, is this how they've been getting money or their fixes, is by, allowing this kind of stuff to go on with their daughter, taking her somewhere and letting people do things they should not do? Could something have happened to where, they couldn't afford for law enforcement to find out? Like, certain things can happen, right, that you can't report. So did they feel that they got put in a corner and possibly needed to eliminate their child, because they wasn't going to prison by taking her to a doctor and possibly trying to get whatever, you know, whatever was going wrong fixed? I don't know. I don't know. Or did they just bluntly out? Did they just bluntly out go and actually did sell her? I don't know. I just know that for some reason, Summer needed to disappear. They made the choice, premeditated, pre-planned. They made a choice for this to happen, and it did, June the 15th, 2021. Now, the why is the thing. It's the why. Was she barely hanging on? On the milk jugs? Or was she still even with us? I don't know. Because the lady came out and said, you know, Ronnie Lawson wants to know why they waited 4 hours to call law enforcement. Why did they wait 4 hours to call law enforcement? Well, the only thing I can tell you is 4 hours puts Summer back on the milk jugs. 4 hours puts Summer back in the vehicle upon the milk jugs. That's what I'm talking about. And the camera did go off the minute H went out into the water. We got to remember that as well. And the one thing that, the one thing that H's dad, done recently was allow his brother to come out and say, I think that boy of yours did something. I think the way that boy of yours is and the way he went at people aggressively and the way he done things. I mean, I know your son and I know what kind of son you have. And I think that, he had a hand in all of this is what, Andrew allowed his brother to come out and say, right? Andrew allowed his brother to come out and say this. And then Andrew sits there and says, well, my brother has a right to what he feels. My brother has a right to how he feels. My brother has a right to say what he wants to say. His opinion counts, is what Andrew is saying. And the way Allie, continues to try to Millie mouth, the way she tries to Millie mouth and kind of protect Candace, right? She does try to protect Candace. Now, I've seen it. You've seen it. We've all seen it. The way she tries to protect Candace, in all of this as well. And she does try to protect her, especially when it comes to, the graphic stuff that was going on with children. It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. What did go down June 15, 2021, and why? I mean, I know. Why did they go pick up H? Why did Candace even bother picking up H? Why did she take H with her? Why did she cut the camera off as he's going out into the water? Why would she end it there? If she would, if she said, "Hey, we got to go," why didn't she continue to see Summer come out of the water? Come running up out of the water onto dry ground to get ready to leave, right? Why didn't we see H come back out of the water? I mean, do I think H has something to do with this? Um, it depends on why. It depends on, it depends on why Summer needed to get gone. If they sold her, no, absolutely not. But if something was wrong with her that they felt they couldn't take her to a hospital for, that it would incriminate them, possibly get them put in prison, possibility. Possibility. I don't know. That's, and I've been saying that from the get-go. I just know whatever it was pre-planned. What I'm saying, regardless to what happened that day, I feel was pre-planned. That's, that's all I'm trying to say. I don't know. Exactly, Wood Fairy. That's a red flag too, right? Why is he talking about how H is so round, well rounded? Um, no. I'm going to tell you, I was talking with Don one time about H. Matter of fact, I was giving him hell about is throwing H under the bus. Donald was trying to throw H under the bus. And I gave Don hell over Hunter. I said, why are you trying to run this, young man's life? He's got a whole life ahead. And he said, F that boy's life. Sissy, you don't know. Sissy, you don't. He flipped out on me. He literally and utterly flipped out on me over Hunter, telling me I didn't know. I mean, from what he was saying to me, it was like it was all Hunter's doing as to why Summer was no longer around. So I don't know, because me and him did have that argument. Yes, we did. And then I said, really? And I wanted to start to question what he was saying. And it like, clicked in. It clicked into him. He couldn't go no further with what he was saying. And he was like, nah, and backed out of it. Totally backed out of it. And, then started agreeing with me that, he shouldn't say those things. He shouldn't do those things where Hunter's concerned. But, yeah. And during that conversation, he flipped out, and as if Hunter had all to do, like he went off the rail, just ranting about how I don't know, and and it was all Hunter. You don't fucking know, sissy. You don't fucking know what Hunter did, and really went at me with the Hunter thing. And then he calmed down. Once, I was like, what? Wait a minute, let's back up. What are you talking about? And I wanted to ask, you're telling me that, Hunter, and he, like I said, he snapped, came back to herself, and then, you know, as if it was just a bunch of bullshit. He's sorry. Um, you know, that, yeah, he shouldn't be putting Hunter under a bus, but you know, it bothered me that he went mayhem on me, all about Hunter for like 5 fucking minutes, screaming how, you know, I don't know, and you know, and Hunter pretty much done it all. Um, that Hunter destroyed Summer. That's what Donald was saying. That's what he was saying. So, you know, I don't know. I have no idea. I thought he was just throwing anyone he could under the bus to get the focus off himself, even it be Hunter. And, you know, so I don't know. But I haven't ever seen Don go mayhem like that over anyone else. Even when he blamed Andy, he stayed calm. He stayed collective. You know, I'm going to go talk to this guy. I think he could have had something to do with what happened to my daughter, Sissy. And then he went on to explain, you know, they live on the hill over there. And, you know, then he talked about Jody Sue and, you know, and this guy getting ready to leave her and all of these things. And, you know, so, but he stayed calm. Hunter's the only one that he's ever flipped out and like went mayhem like that. It was Hunter. So I don't know, you know. And then with the lady saying Ronnie wants to know 4 hours, why'd they wait? I don't know. I mean, I think that if, you know, law enforcement could prove Summer was no longer with us when she's on those milk cartons, somebody would have already been in prison, right? Somebody would have already been in prison over that. If there was any signs that she possibly was no longer with us or in distress, showing any kinds of distress where she might have needed to be at a hospital, I think someone would have already been arrested, you know, because I'm sure forensics has went over that particular photo, you know, with a fine-tooth comb. And obviously there's nothing there showing any signs that Summer wasn't still with us when she was on the milk jugs. So I, you know, but some of the things, you know, that I went back and been looking over makes me, you know, makes me question a few things, you know. Does, you know, and also law enforcement saying they don't think she's out of the area. Well, if they waited 4 hours, she's not out of the area. That would mean that they had to got rid of her for some other reason besides selling her. They would have had to gotten rid of her for some other reason. And her being in the area would mean in the area, buried somewhere, no longer with us. If she's still in the area, you know, and Pruitt said, you know, he knows people wants to believe she's still with us, but he said, you know, basically he said that's highly unlikely. So even law enforcement's thinking, you know, so for some reason, you know, I think they feel something needed covered up as well, where Summer was concerned. And, you know, and they took her to that swimming hole that day possibly, it was going to be the final place she was going to be at. And it seems like it might have been with the way she's laying on the milk jugs, and we have no way of knowing if she really ever got out of that vehicle or not. Right? We don't know. So, I mean, they say that the boys seen her. The one boy supposedly was going to go. But, we also heard they planted flowers and did a lot of other shit that just don't seem like they were doing that day, right? To tell the truth, it seems like for Candace to come back up that hill, for Candace to be beating it back up that hill at 5:30, she would have had to have left that hill somewhere around around 3:30, 4 o'clock. She'd have had to left that hill somewhere between 3:30 and 4 o'clock to have went somewhere and got back. So, it's possibly sounded like Summer may not have ever gotten out of the vehicle. I don't know. I have no idea. Were them milk jugs ever really taken into the house, before Summer disappeared? I don't know. Right? We don't know. All we know is June 15, 2021, Summer disappeared for a reason. We do know that Don boxed himself in with, to feel secure with alibis, so none of it touched him. So that means he already knew it was going down. But what went down? That's the thing. What was the plan? Was the plan to sell her? Was the plan to, to destroy her because of something was wrong that they couldn't report, that they might end up in prison over? What was the plan? We don't know exactly what the plan was. Now, do I think someone came up there and took her, or Don owed a debt and they came up there and took her? Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. I come from the hood and I know exactly how dealers work. Trust me. I know how junkies are. I know how dealers work. I mean, man, I was like a lot of you, a lot of us get locked into the hood, right? We know what the hell we're talking about. And dealers just don't come up there and say, hey, I'm going to take that kid, and when you get the money, pay me. Man, dealers ain't babysitters. Hell no. They don't want your kid. They want their money. And if they don't get their money, then they want you. They don't want your kid. They don't want your old lady. They don't want, they don't want anybody. They want you. Somebody will have to be, possibly wiping your backside. And figuring out how they're going to lay you to rest if you've got a habit and you can't pay the dealer. That's just the way it is, right? It's just how it goes. It's best to not have a dealer, and that way you don't have to worry about not being able to pay them. And getting yourself hurt when you can't pay. So That's just the way it is, right? It's the way it is. So nobody's going to tell me that, And not only that, but if they'd have come up there, if dealers would have came up there, it would have been all bad. It would have been really bad. They're not going to sneak up there and wait for the precise second. For one, how does the dealer know that this kid's going down in a basement to come out a door? Right? How does this dealer know any of that? And I'm going to tell you something about dealers. Even if they send somebody, they're coming up in your house. They're coming up in your house. Trust me, everyone's going to see them. The boys would see them. Candace and Grandis would have seen them because they'd have had them all right there, giving them a talk, right? It's like, get your ass on the floor. Get down, get your asses on the floor. Right now. It's just the way it is. They ain't gonna come sneaking nowhere. I mean, that just ain't the way the shit works. So, but obviously some people think it is. Obviously they ain't ever lived in the hood, right? They don't know nothing about this kind of life. They don't know how that works. And even at that, they ain't taking no kids. They don't want your kid. That's insane. Like I said, they just want their money. They want their money, or somebody's going to get really hurt. Um, um, when you drive through the hood, and people don't know you, because the hood, they know everybody. Trust me, they know everybody. And it's called if an unmarked car shows up, that thing's spotted a mile away. Um, that's true. That's true. I mean, when somebody gets a new vehicle, everybody knows. Like the minute you pull up, everybody knows you got that car belongs to you now. Um, you know, maybe not for long. If it's super nice, um, it'll probably make sure you keep insurance on your vehicles, right? Because if you got a super nice one, it'll probably be found somewhere else or not ever found again. Because usually they try everything they can to steal them. So I mean, in the hood, they know how to bypass alarm systems and everything else. Trust me, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. Um, yeah, you sure do know each other. It's sad, but you do. Um, And I'm going to tell you that what's sad. I'll tell you what's sad about substance abuse issues. It's the only one getting fat off of everything is the dealer. I mean, the dealer gets gold chains that these people took from other people. They get, big diamond rings, and I'm talking for cheap. They get boatloads of shoes, all kinds of shit. I mean, you would not believe what people will show up with this, will show up with to sell or trade. Um, right? I mean, everything and anything. If you want something, if you want anything, just put out the word. Put out the word. I mean, these people they will bring computers, they will bring all kinds of shit, right? I mean, that's how crazy they are. They will bring you laptops, computers, tablets, phones. You're like, what the hell are you supposed to do with that? Right? What the hell are you supposed to do with that? This is shit that can be traced, man. You bringing that around here, that shit better be turned off and you better be leaving with it. Right? You lucky if you get back out the door. Bringing shit like that up in there. You got some crazy people though, you know. But it's terrible because, you know, these people's family, this stuff belonged to these people's family. It might be grandma's wedding rings or mommy's wedding rings or sister's wedding rings. It could be, a chain that somebody gave someone else, um, who really wanted to keep that chain for life and pass it down to their children or something, and now it's gone. It could be old coins, right? They steal people's old money and stuff like that, and to trade it out. I mean, anything that's worth a dime, you know, baseball cards, a signed autograph, basketballs, footballs, baseballs, you know, and this is stuff that sit on somebody's mantle, and they paid a pretty good price, or took them a long time to get all them signatures or whatever, and now it's in the hands of the dealer because this damn thief got his hands on it. And that's why family does not want substance abusers in their house. That's why, you know, um, people say, oh, you need to support these people who are substance abusers. How long do you have to support them taking all your shit to the dealer? How long do you have to support them, demanding that you give them your money because they ain't got none, because they have a habit? How long do you have to support them with your, how long do you have to support their habit? That's what I want to know. How fucking long? Because, the one thing I know about substance abusers is there's not a damn thing you could do to help them until they are absolutely ready to help themselves. And when they're ready to help themselves, it's free. They have free places that they can go and get clean. It's all paid for. So how long does a family supposed to support them? That's what I want to know. Right? Because I ain't supporting that shit at all. I ain't supporting it even for one fucking day. I don't, here's how I feel. I don't do the shit. I don't use it. I don't allow it around me. I have nothing to do with it whatsoever. I choose to keep my life clean. And if I can make that choice, so can everyone else. And I'm not going to pay for someone else's sins. You know? Absolutely not. They going to come and pay for my sins? No. I'm not paying for theirs. What they do's on them. You know, here's how I feel. If you choose to be like that and end up in an alley by a trash can, that's your problem, not mine. I don't care if you're my brother, my sister, my mama. I don't care if you're my child. I don't give a damn who you are. You end up in an alley against a trash can because you didn't know how to say no. That's your problem. Don't make it mine. That ain't the choices I made. And you could have made the same choices I did. You chose not to. So that shit's on you. Don't act like I need to support it, nor do I need to keep it up. I keep my habits up. I smoke. I smoke. And I keep my habit up. People try, might say, oh, well, PG's just heartless. No, I'm not heartless. I'm not heartless. I'm just not stupid. I'm not vulnerable. I'm not going to let people take advantage of me, nor am I going to let them take advantage of my kindness. Because I know if you want to get clean, you can go get clean. I know this is your life. I know if I wasn't around, you would have to do it without me. But do it without me now. Right? You know, what people are asking you is not to help this person. They're asking you to aid and abet them. For you to uphold what they're doing. And as long as you uphold it, why should they get clean? Why should they do anything for themselves, right? Why should they do anything for themselves? Sometimes you have to let people go in order and let them hit rock bottom so they will do what's best for them. You know? That's just what I'm saying. That, now, if they went into a place, if they hit rock bottom and they went and got treatment and everything, and they really was, on the right road again, and wanting to do, sure, I'll buy them clothes. Sure, I'll help them get into a roof over their head, a food, in their refrigerator. I might even help them get a vehicle so they can get back and forth to work. I do all I can to keep them on that right road. If they feel like they're slipping and need an ear to talk to, they can have my phone number. Right? Call me anytime, 24 hours a day. I'll be your advocate. But I tell you what, the very second that I see them moving junkies up into that crib, and I see them, not going to work and using that vehicle to do things they shouldn't, and then the next thing you know, they're living in that vehicle and they're not doing what they're supposed to done, I'm out. I'm gone. You can only help someone so long, so much. It's just the way it is. I had a girlfriend that I watched go from, she looked like a supermodel, to looking like something on Halloween. And that's the truth. She kept trying to get, she kept trying kept trying to get clean. She just couldn't. Man, I couldn't let her in my house. Let her in my house, and I would catch her. I would catch her sneaking in my bedroom. She'd sneak in my room, opening my drawers, looking for stuff, right? Looking for things. Just, you can't help people. You can't help people. I've been there. She finally she's passed away. She's gone. Substance abuse took her out of this world. And before it did, she was doing things I wouldn't even want to tell you what she was doing. I wouldn't even want to tell you. It was awful. Absolutely awful. She had children. She had a husband that put her out there to do it so he could lay at home and she could take care of all the habits. He was a real piece of crap. Right? Oh, he's still here. Yeah, he's still alive. But she ain't. And they will do anything to get that fixed. Donald was right. When he said that, he's right. They'll do anything. That's exactly what he was doing, Stephanie. Exactly what he was doing. She got really abused. Really, really abused. You wouldn't even from the first time I seen her, right? Man, she was healthy, beautiful. Wasn't on anything. She wasn't on nothing. Like, she was clean, full of life, full of love, happiness, and beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Snow White had nothing on her. She was really a gorgeous girl. But that substance abuse took her out. It really did. It absolutely took her out. I mean, the more you try to help her, the worse it seemed to get. The worse it seemed to get. And I think that's the way it was at the Wells house. I think that's exactly the way it was there. I think that, their habits were getting worse and worse and worse. And to the point that, they were making a lot of money, but they were spending it as well, right? They were spending it as fast as they were getting it. So that wasn't a good combination. And it wasn't a good combination for Summer, for sure. And possibly not even the boys. I don't know. I just know that, I came in here to talk about Tim Mullins. I came in here to talk about Tim on not substance abuse. Anyway, I went out in left field with that, and wish I hadn't. I don't like to think about my girlfriend and what she had to go through. because she just met up with the wrong damn people. And no, I didn't see Jody Sue's comment. I did see Jody Sue in here, but I did not see Jody Sue's comment. Make me laugh. Once they had paid them and had them add things into stuff or outright lie for content. I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about there. That wasn't a comment. That was her talking to somebody else from what I seen. Yeah, you can be, Debbie, you can. I'm telling you, you can be naive. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can have no idea how bad the situation is until it comes crashing down around you. All in the tank says, I love my suburban life. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. So do I. So do I. You know, I just get sick of people trying to cramming it down your neck that, you know, you got to be this freaking superhero supporting these people who, you know, are substance abuse users and, you know, and let them take you to the cleaners, use you up and move on, still doing their substance abuse. It's just not for me. It's not for me. And, you know, I've been there. I've been there and I know how bad you can get used up in the mix of all that shit. So, you know, I ain't got it like that. I ain't got it like that. You know, I can't afford people to be, you know, stealing what little I fucking do have and handing it to, you know, to a dealer, right? So they can support their damn habit. That's not my problem, man. I don't have a habit, right? So why am I having people like that around me to begin with? And Don said he only went back to Utah the one time when he took the oldest son with him. He went up there to work. He was staying with his dad, living out in a camper. He said that that, you know, Mary and them came around there snooping and stuff. You know, and he knew they was asking questions and getting all in his business, and you know, and he also, I guess, you know, got wind that they hardly ever came around before him and his son showed up, and now they were practically being there every day, from what he said. But he said it's because, you know, they wanted everything that his dad had and owned, and they just wanted to make sure that, you know, he wasn't getting shit, other than maybe a boot on up out of there, to not come back. So, and then he went and seen his dad on his way back from the Dr. Phil show. But I gotta turn that fan off because it's making noise. But yeah, he said that that's, you know, pretty much sums it up for him going up there. Um, he did, you know, him and Josie did hang around with his son Donnie, his other son, and so forth and so on. Um, you know, and he did, you know, he went to somebody asked him over for dinner, and he went to dinner there. Him and his son went over to somebody's house for dinner while they were there. And I guess Candace, got her tail feathers up in the air over that. She called and he happened to be there and people talking. And I guess, she really got her ass up in the air over that one. But that was his family and they had offered him dinner and, he accepted. So I don't know. But I do know that the oldest boy was in the house watching cartoons or something on the TV, and Don got home, and I guess Mary was talking with his son, and Donald told me the reason that he got his son and took his son back out there to the trailer and told him to stay in there from then on and not be going back, back in that house like that no more, was because he knew Mary was just in there trying to question up his son and get all the information she could out of a child, and he wasn't going to have it. Why he was there, what they were doing was none of their, the stepsister's business. There has been a rivalry between, there was a rivalry between Don and the step family from day one. Donald felt like you were my babysitter and, and you beguiled my dad and got my mother, my mother put out of here. The real one my dad should have stayed with and kept his family together with. You came in and beguiled him and got and basically got your butts in, in where my mother and us should have been, and trying to push us all out and kind of take over what's ours. So Donald's had a real problem, all through life with that. Even to now, he still has a problem with that. And I guess that's natural, right? I guess that's natural. I mean, if I had a babysitter that beguiled my dad and tried to push my, put my mom in a nut house and try to, and then try to push all of us out at some point, the rest of the kids out, once my mother got out and was on her feet and, and now they want us to go stay with her and them take it all over. Yeah, I guess I would have a damn problem with that. I think anybody would have a problem with that, right? I'm sure I would have a problem with that. I think I would have to ask my dad, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Right? Why are you doing this? I mean, can't you clearly see that they don't care about your family? They're just, they're pushing your blood and all of what's yours out and to move all of theirs in. Is there something wrong with your brain? I would just tell my dad, is there something wrong with your brain, Papa? What the hell's going on here? Don't make no sense. Right? Don't make no sense. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why Donald's mother didn't tell her old man, look, I'm just going to have a damn sister wife because I ain't going nowhere. Right? They could come in, but I'm not leaving. And your kids ain't leaving. You know, if you want to build another house over there, you know, then you go do it. But there ain't nobody leaving here. Your family just got bigger. That's all I could say. Let's see if the babysitter wants to agree to that. Let's see if she'll agree to that. But you know, the last time I checked, it said till death do you apart. For better, for worse, till death do you apart. I would have reminded him of those vows. Right? I don't know. Just saying. I don't know. That's why, you know, I take my time and you know, should take your time and know if you really want to be with someone, you know, for the rest of your life. Because when you take those vows, you know, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And I fully believe in, you know, I fully believe in the death do you part. Right? So might not be good. Might not be good. So, you know, is what it is. Yeah, Don did the same thing, you know. I don't know. Like father, like son, they say. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, you're required to report your child missing within 24 hours. What, you know, report your child missing. Now, if your child's like 10 and under, yeah, you know, you should report it right away, and law enforcement will be on it. But if your child's 10 or over, go ahead and report it. It takes they'll wait 24 hours before they go looking for it, or do anything. Oh, I think your kid might have probably just ran away. I ain't never done this before. Straight A student in school. You know, I really know and think that you should be looking for it, but since you want to sit on your lazy ass another 24 hours, what can I do? Right? Yeah. You guys heard what that one law enforcement told us, right? They said if we wanted to find that little girl, go do it. Well, we did. I mean, this is law enforcement was talking to us, right? If we want to find her, go do it. And we did. And they went and got her, but we had to find her. We had to tell them where to go get her, right? We were the ones that had to end up getting her back home. Us working with her parents. So I'm going to tell you, if you think being out here, you can't get things done, you can. That's proven. We proved that, yes, you can bring children home. If you do the homework, you work with the parents, you can bring them home. So, you know, you can investigate, get things done. And so I don't know. I mean, you just have a lot of ugly people who you know, want to show a lot of hate because they don't want to put the time and effort in to what it takes to get things done. And then, maybe they're enviness, they're jealousy, maybe they're just pure fucking hatred. I don't know what it is. Wants to, radiate off of them onto someone else. And, that's the world of YouTube, right? That's the world of YouTube out here. Always somebody wanting to hate on somebody. Here's the funniest damn thing that I find out here on this YouTube streets. It's these people saying, talking about, people being mean or this or that, bullying, whatever. But then they will use your whole life, right? They will take your life that you're doing. They will take the creator's life, and they will use their own content to do what? Bully. They're supposed to be against bullying, but yet they're sitting there bullying. What a fucking smokescreen, right? What a fucking smokescreen. You're supposed to be against bullying, but yet you're sitting there bullying someone. That makes perfect sense. And only an idiot could not see what you're doing. I ain't into that gaslighting shit. I'm not into it. You don't fucking gaslight me. Absolutely not. I see through that shit like a freaking window. I don't know why people, I don't know. I don't know. The human mind don't surprise me, but it does intrigue me. I wonder how some people could be so airheaded not to see what other people are doing. It's just insane. But I see it get done every day. I see it get done every day. And, and what's sad about it is I see people that say, like, for instance, one of those videos happened to be my own. One of those videos happened to be my own, right? Actually, I've seen a few of my videos being done like this lately. Because these people, what? They ain't got no content. They ain't got no content. So they make PG their content. Good for you. Good for you. Because when you're playing me out, at least people's hearing about Summer. At least people's hearing about Summer's case. And that's all I give a fuck about. Because at the end of this night, the only person I got to answer to is God. God Almighty, no one else. I said it from day one. I'm not out here for humans. I'm out here for Summer. For this missing baby. And other missing children as well. If it's put upon me to cover their case. If it ain't, then I don't. It's just how it is. But I tell you what gets me. What gets me is to see people. What gets me is to see people who act like they want to be my friend in other chats. Well, for one, it's Miss Chewy. Right? Miss Chewy. I've seen her in a couple of different places lately, and she says, hey, PG, unblock me. Right? Unblock me. I want to be your friend now. I'm very skeptical. Right? Because I'm going to tell you why. For 2 years, she did nothing but bash the hell out of me, hate on me, treat me terribly, right? Comment after comment after comment. Really horrible. Until finally, I had to say something. It got so bad, right? But all of a sudden, Daisy takes her wrench, gives it back to her. She does a happy dance, and Daisy takes it again. And this time, don't give it back to her. And she's just out there floating in the wind somewhere now. And she, I see her in some different people's chats, and I thought about it. Don't get me wrong. I like to be forgiving. I love to be forgiving. Absolutely. Okay. She went at me to the point that I finally had to, step up and say something. And yeah, and I did. Right? And she didn't like it no more than I liked what she was saying about me. But she pushed me to what I had to say. Right? And then she wants me to unblock her, and I'm thinking, maybe she is sorry. Maybe, maybe she does see how horrible she did and acted towards me all that time. Why, I don't know, but maybe she's came to realization. Maybe she got a real look at Daisy and who Daisy really is and realized, that's who I've been seeing the whole time. And yeah, she sees now that it was wrong. But nope. I thought, well, I really have been super busy, or I would have probably unblocked her, but I hadn't yet. And I catch her in one of these places that's saying awful things about me, and she's talking what? Bullshit, right? Bullshit. That's what she's talking. Bullshit. And you know what? She can stay in PG's hell for fucking eternity now. She hasn't changed. She had an ulterior motive for wanting me to unblock her. She had an ulterior motive. Right? And I saw that shit too. I saw that shit before, I saw that shit when she was asking me to unblock her. I seen her ulterior motive as well. But that was okay with me. Because like I said, there's room out here for anyone that's doing the right thing for these missing children. And, hopefully people are doing the right thing. But, yeah. Well, she can stick her ulterior motive where the sun don't shine. And she can stay in PG's hell for eternity. Because it ain't happening. It just ain't happening. The one thing I dislike more than anything in this world is a two-faced motherfucker. And let me tell you something I have figured out about two-faced people. One's just as ugly as the fucking other. Why they're two-faced, I don't know. Because neither one of them bitches are pretty. There you go. It's like taking off one fucking ugly mask and putting on another. That's what I'm saying. And I don't care for people like that. And I have no place in my life for them. So they can go take a flying fuck. What can I say? It is what it is. I'm going to tell you something. Shit. Man, I'm going to tell you something. I got so many friends like that. I don't need no enemies. All right. I don't need no enemies. I gotta tell them all, take a number, stand in line. You're gonna be waiting a long fucking time, baby, because that line is like clean back to I don't know where. Yeah. KK. Hey girl, I appreciate that. I appreciate you supporting Summer's channel. God bless. Chewy might need that video of her dancing you made. Yeah. Yeah. She I need to make one of her pouring tears, right? Over losing that wrench again. Um I might have to make one of Daisy gassing her up. Right? Feed me more, feed me more. Right? Miss Chewy, Daisy will be feeding her more, feeding her more. All right? That's what I might do. I might have to remove Robin and stick in Chewy. That's what I might have to do. That's crazy, man. That's insane. Listen, oh wow, I appreciate that. Thank you for the laughs. God bless. I'm a member for 2 months. All right, I appreciate that, Angel. I appreciate you supporting Summer's channel. God bless. God bless, girl. But yeah, absolutely. After I go through this stuff, I'll see if I can pull out that video. I'll see if I can pull out that video and play it for y'all. Absolutely. What I came in here for tonight is to talk about Tim Mullins. Right? Tim he runs the Summer Wells channel, or Find Summer Facebook is what he runs. But anyway, here lately, he's putting in a lot of things, right? He's putting in a lot of things. You know, I really don't know how to take Tim. You know, I really don't. I don't. It's like sometimes I feel that he is so for Summer. And then sometimes I feel like, you know, what the hell are you thinking, Tim? Right? What are you thinking? I don't know. Yeah, that guy's got me all kinds of confused. He's got me all kinds of confused. You know, I would like 5 minutes just to speak with him. Just 5 minutes to ask him some questions, right? Just a few questions is all I got. You know, and it's not mean or anything. I just, you know, I would just like to question, you know, his ulterior motive in all of this. What is the main goal for Tim? Because, you know, our main goal is to bring Summer home. She's the one missing. That's our main goal. But I want to know what his main goal is. Because it don't seem to be about Summer, and this is supposed to be all about Summer. I mean, he's running a site that says Find Summer Wells. Well, the boys ain't missing, Tim. The boys are not missing. We know where the boys are, Tim. Mommy and Daddy's not missing, Tim. We know where they're at, sir. Summer is the one missing. Summer is the one needing to be found. Summer is supposed to be your main focus, Tim. Not everything else. Is your main focus everything else because you feel that you have to make it everything else to keep the wells, you know, in your pocket? I don't know. But I think the answer to that would be yes. I think that would be, you know, the logical explanation as to why you're going way in left field instead of, you know, finding Summer, which is at home base. Just saying. But, you know, I want you guys to see some of the things he's doing.
Let's be straight. The Wells boys were taken during the chaos of traumatic panic and emotional upheaval in the parent's life. And the boy's life. The DCS had never worked with an Amber Alert family, so their protocol child rescue techniques hardly apply now. Yes, the DCS helped protect the boys. A long time ago. That is old news. Don Wells came home 1 year ago. Once again, nothing has happened since then that would have brought DCS into the Wells life. Under normal circumstances.
Okay, Tim. Nothing's happened that would bring DCS into the Wells life. Well, for one, the Department of Child Services. It's called Child Protective Services, Tim. Child Protectors, CPS. I know you like to use the other one, but to fit your narrative. But it's Child Protective Services. And I would like to point something out to you, sir. Why would they be in the Wells lives? Because the Wells have no children. There's fucking only adults. Him, Candace, and Grandma, if she visits, and, you know, and whoever else, adult-wise, comes around, because I don't know anybody that's going to bring their fucking children near the Wells. But what reason would they have to be in their lives, Mr. Tim, when there's no children there to get in their lives about? You're not making sense. And furthermore, let me bring it to your attention that what have Don and Candace done any differently than when the kids were there? They're still drinking, sir. They're still using, they're still abusing substances because, you know, that's what Don was doing over in Arkansas at the hotel. He wasn't going to work. He was over there messing around with the wrong people, doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing, got called back to Tennessee because he was violating his probation. Right, Mr. Tim? Oh, would the boys have been in good hands being in those hands? Huh? They were there preying on a lady with her 3 children. Right? That Mr. Tim, nobody knows where they're at now. They disappeared from that hotel. Summer disappears from 110 Ben Hill Road. A mother with 3 kids disappears from a hotel. So let me tell you, and a mother that Don and Candace was, you know, seemed to be preying on and trying to get close to during the time they were there, Mr. Tim. So, you know, what the hell are you talking about? And we know that Candace is still sucking the bottle because she was on Daisy's live. She couldn't even say her daughter's name. She said Summer Moon O'Tall Wells. Right? We all heard it. Is this what you want to put the children back into, sir? They ain't no more fit now than they was before. It's called Child Protective Services, sir. Don, Candace, and Grandis are #1 suspects in Summer's disappearance. Law enforcement has not cleared them. As long as they can't be cleared, then they are deemed unsafe to have other children in their presence because they already have one missing. What part of this do you not understand? What part does he not understand? Could somebody explain to me what part of all of this man cannot understand? Why does this man not think logical? Right? Why is he not thinking logical? I don't know. I don't know.
It has been 21 months since Don Wells spoke with his children. It has been a year since Candace Wells was allowed to speak with their children. DCS has stripped the boys of their life, home, and the Northeast Tri-Cities support system. So why hang on to the children with stubborn bureaucracy? Why abuse these boys with a system that is in chaos itself? Why insult Northeast Tennessee as if the local resources could not help these boys develop into productive citizens? Let go DCS. The lawyers know you've outstayed your welcome.
Sir, those kids are in a home right now. Those children are in a home right now where the mattress don't look like the one outside the back door in the pictures we've seen. Where the children are not stuck in a cellar, a cold, ugly, damp, nasty cellar. They're supposed to call a bedroom. A little fucking corner, a little corner behind a door. I think that little space back there, sir, was supposed to be a little storage area for probably, well, personally myself, I wouldn't live in that fucking dump. Hell no. Hell no. I hate to tell you this, but I dig a hole out of the side of a fucking mountain and live in it before I move in a place like that needs totally demolished and rebuilt. But I'm sure in the better day when that house was built, sir, when it was first built just for Donald's mother and her husband, 2 old people to live there, I'm pretty sure that little area was probably there to store Christmas stuff, right? To store Christmas stuff, maybe to store some preserves or what, a lot of people can, and so forth and so on. Maybe to hold some extra food down there, or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's a storage area. That's what I would suspect. And I'm pretty sure they probably lived upstairs. They probably had a bedroom. Don tore half the house down, but I'm sure they had a bedroom upstairs, a living room, the dining room, kitchen. They didn't need much. It looked to me like they had a laundry room. It was probably a pretty nice little home for 2 people back when it was first built, before Don and Candace got a hold of it. It probably was pretty nice. And I bet the bathroom had a fucking door on it. But it is what it is now. And a rundown shack. But all things set aside, I don't understand for 5 seconds why you would think that, the boys ain't in a better atmosphere now than they were before, because I can assure you they are. Now they have a clean bed to sleep in, a closet to put their clothes, right? They're getting fed 3 meals a day, not a dollar store pizza, but 3 good meals a day and snacks. And they're getting to wear clean clothes, the right size of clothes, the right size of shoes. These boys, Mr. Tim, wanted, if they couldn't talk to the judge personally, they wanted a pen and paper so they could write him to talk about how they did not ever want to return to 110 Ben Hill Road in the custody of their parents. They want to stay where they're at because they are actually faring better than they've ever fared in their life. Their health is great. They have no bugs, no lice, no scabies, no ringworms. You know, they don't have nobody cussing at them, calling them names, saying horrible things like Don did to his grandson and at the hotel. Remember, Mr. Tim? I don't think these foster parents talk to these kids like that. Actually, Mr. Tim, I don't think any parents talk to their kids like that. I mean, at least Donald does. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is for the 1%, for the 1% of people out there that actually talk this way to their children, the low-life scum of the earth that, you know, don't have an education to talk to their children any other way. Yeah. But they're 99.9% of people do not speak to their children like that. Absolutely not. They're more educated than that. And they don't allow anyone else to speak to their children like that as well. Right? Talk to me like that and you'll be seeing a star show. Right? Talk to my children like that and you might be seeing more than stars. That's all I'm saying. And I don't know, you know, when children are writing a judge saying, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go back there. I think you need to leave them alone. I don't know for the world of me why you would sit there and try to have children come back to a place they don't want to come back to. The place they're at, they are going to school. They're playing in sports if they want to. I'm sure they have a lot more opportunities, Mr. Tim, where they're at than they will ever have in the custody of Don and Candace. They will ever have upon that hill. Now, you know, I don't agree with everything that Child Protective Services does. I really don't. But for the most part, when it comes to cases like this, I can't say I'm in full agreements, but I'm in agreements. I am in agreements for the boys to stay where they're at because I think they're a lot better off where they're at as well. I think one time in their life, they're actually getting to be real human beings. Once in their life, they're really getting to know what it's like to live a real life. And that's a beautiful thing for them. Now, do I agree that Child Protective Services went and put them on medications? No, I don't agree with that. I think that, you know, I think that a child should be evaluated not by a school, but because these are children that went to school and everything didn't seem to have any problems that I know of without the medication. And all of a sudden now they're on it. I don't understand that. I don't understand that particular part of it. But all that they have been through maybe is something that, you know, was temporary. We don't know. But I do think that before children get put on medications or whatever, there should be an extensive background research done. I think that, you know, they should have a second, third opinion. I think that across the board, all the psychologists need to agree that this is something that that needs to be done. I just think before we go making choices like that, we need to do a lot more research and so forth and so on than having, some school and some um, body that's listening to a teacher, um, and not really evaluating the children as well as they should, and getting background research and everything before proceeding to get this kind of thing done. That's what I'm saying. um I think there's a lot of children on things that don't need to be on it. That's true. This society today do not want to let children be children. Children run, children play, children talk loud, children are rowdy. This is part of being a child. Children have 100 times more energy than old farts do. That's true. Adults, obviously forget what it was like to be a child. They forget what it's like to run in the wind. They forget what it's like to have all of that energy and be happy as hell just being a child. Now they want to make the children into old people. Let's just open an old folks home for everyone, because now we got medications that can make everybody be old, right? And that pleases and appeases old people, because they just don't feel like putting up with all the energy coming from children. So what do? We medicate the children to please and appease all these old farts. I think that's bullshit. Personally, I think it's bullshit. Drugs are not the answer ever. Are they an answer for anything? Unless unless it's pneumonia and you need the antibiotics to dry it up and get rid of it, okay, then we can talk about that. But when it's for something like this, to actually take someone and make them, take the energy out of them that God has gave them, that's natural, being a child, that's bullshit. That part I don't agree with at all. At all. But a lot of people are doing it. Parents don't want to put up their kids, so how do you keep from doing that? You just give them something to calm them down, right? Make them feel weird and act like an old person. Okay. That laziness is on the adults. All of that laziness is upon the adults in this world. And they want to ruin, they want to ruin those children's lives. I find that might be child abuse within itself, if you ask me. Kids need the doors open. They need to run out. They need to play on swing. They need to run that energy out, ride their bicycles, shoot basketball, play baseball, just like every other kid did in this world, right? Play dodgeball, play tag, and they will wear that energy out and be ready to get their little bath, brush their teeth, and go to bed. And then the parents can get some peace, right? Then you can get some peace when they go to sleep. And the house gets quiet. You got your peace. Shut up. Enjoy the hell out of it. Shut up and get up tomorrow and let's do it again. Because that's what we do. If my kids weren't flying all over hell, I'd think something's wrong, right? I think something's wrong. Of course they're going to have 100 times more energy than me, right? Absolutely. They're going to have, ton more energy than I got. And hell, there's 4 of them. But that's okay. That's okay. That's the energy God gave them, to run out and to have fun and do all the things they do. I already had, every dog has its day, right? Every dog has its day. I already had all that energy and I enjoyed the hell out of it. So why am I going to keep someone else from doing it? I loved it. shit, I still love it, right? I asked myself the other day, I said, when in the hell did I start becoming my parents? Right? Mother freaking aches and pains, places I didn't even know I had. What the hell is going on? What the hell's going on? I ain't ready to be my parent. I ain't ready for that shit. Man, I still want to run and play and everything too. I take my kids to a playground. Shit. I'm the one sliding down the slide, swinging on the swing, going across the monkey bars. You know, I'm sure people, look at that damn lady out there. What the hell's up with her? I don't care. Man, I still enjoy having fun. I don't care. I like to throw baseball. I like to shoot basketball. I like to do all that shit. What am I supposed to do? Look at my driver's license, see my age, and sit down on the bench? Oh, you go on, you little ones. You go have fun. Well, fucking, you know, old ass mommy sits here on the bench, or granny, as everybody wants to say I am. You know, like granny sits here on the bench. You know, everybody's saying I'm granny. Now get your asses out there and play. Right? That's what I'm supposed to do? Hell no. I want to get out there and run too. And I'm going to tell you something. There ain't nothing more beautiful in this life, man, than to see that little kid break loose and take off running 90 and watching that damn parent try to keep up with it. Right? Man, that is like the highlight of your life. You're laughing your ass off watching this parent try to run and catch this kid. That parent looked like it ain't ran in 20 years. Right? All awkward and shit. That kid done bailed on him. That makes me laugh. I be cracking up. And then you see other people trying to catch it. You say, damn, that kid should play football. It done dodged all these old people and it's still going. And the parents hollering, catch it. Right? It's crazy. But that's the kid's energy. That's a kid's energy. But, you know, some old fart see that kid running like that and say, hey, you better take that kid and get it on some medication. And that way it won't be bolting off on you and, you know, it'll sit around like you do. And you won't have to do nothing. You could get it some knitting needles and yarn too. Let it knit a blanket or some pot holders or something. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah. Age is nothing but numbers. But children have a ton of energy. And you know, they should, right? They should. I think they should have a ton of energy. It ain't right if a kid don't have a ton of energy. I mean, people today, you know, they bring a child home from school and they think that kid now needs to just, you know, sit in a room, play game machines, or sit there and play with the tablet, or be on the internet, sitting his ass in a chair. And then they wonder why, you know, oh, why is kids obese? Why are all of these kids obese? Well, probably because you didn't open up the back door and let them run. That's probably why. I mean, if they're sitting on a tablet, they're eating. If they're sitting on the internet, they're eating. If they're sitting, just like you, if they're sitting around somewhere, they're probably eating. And where's all that going? Right? That's why your kid look like Chubby Checker. Right? And then now that's a problem. That's a problem. Open up the back door. Let your kids out. Let them get the energy out of them and do what needs to be done. I mean, that's what God gave them. Let them run it out. Put a basketball court out there, right? Put a basketball court out there. Take your kids to the park with a bucket of baseball, some baseball bats, and let them have at it, right? Take them places. Do things with them. Let them run. Let them play. Let them get all of that energy out of them. Quit being scared. Quit being scared. Take your world back. Take your world back. Right? Empower yourself. Say, I'm taking my kids to hang out today. And if anybody comes at me sideways or even looks at me sideways, they will be a problem. I will go there safely and I will come home safely. And we will have a good time. Because this world belongs to us. I ain't paying taxes to sit in my damn house with my door shut and my windows locked and peek out at people like a fucking weirdo. Right? I ain't doing that. That's weird. I'm going to take my ass out there. I'm going to wave to everybody I see. Trust me. Even if somebody was probably going to bother me, by the time I got done saying, hey, how are you? And you come here often, I ain't seen you before. By the time I get done, they run the hell off anyway. Right? They'd be like, oh, damn, I ain't even going there. Come sit over here, man. Talk to me. They're like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Right? This fucking lady crazy or what? Yeah. And I embraced that shit. Absolutely. And I embraced the hell out of it. The only way to live today. You better embrace your damn crazy. Love it for what it is. And get out there and live life. Because there ain't no time to be sitting around, making shit up in your head while you can't go out there and take back over your world. People don't want the truth. They don't want the truth. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't agree with children being put on substances. I don't. Absolutely not. Now, there might be some kids, there might be some children, who might need it. That might need it because, I don't know, maybe they are like super hyper, super something. I don't know. I ain't never had no super hyper ones like that. If I did, I didn't take note to it. But then again, I opened the back door and, front doors and windows and everything else. I mean, I'm not living in I don't pay taxes to live locked away in a box. Hell no. Hell no. Um, can't do it. Can't do it. As Benny Keys would say, right? But anyway, I don't agree with it. Like I said, these kids were on that stuff before they went into CPS, and I don't see any reason to be having them on it after they did. I just don't see it. I don't see it. But I don't make those decisions. Child Protective Services does. Actually, even they don't. Usually it's the school. Usually it's the damn school, and these school psychologists, and then they send them out. They have the foster parents take them out to a regular psychologist. They do the IEPs and all of that bullshit, right? And also, when they put those kids on that medication, then um, that also allows, the foster parents to hook the children up on Social Security disability, right? That allows them to hook the children up on Social Security disability, where they'll get, that now they're getting checks for each one of the children. Um, and a lot of parents allow their children to be put on those medications as well, so they can hook the child up on Social Security disability. I know a lot of people that do that kind of stuff. So, I had a girlfriend that did it, and other people that I know as well were doing it with their children. Um, so that's something that people do. And, it ain't that you guys don't know what I'm talking about, because a whole lot of you do. And, I mean, you live in the same world I do. You live in the same world that I do. And you know what I'm talking about. If you've worked in a school or if you've worked in the system, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and that's another reason. I mean, there is parents that will get pissed off if the school psychologist, won't give their kids, the tools and everything, the evaluations and everything, to come out the way they want it, so the child can, they can hook it up. They will actually, go at, I mean, usually you would go at a psychologist if it's trying to say your kid needs some shit like that, right? I mean, you're like, what are you calling my kid? Right? What are you trying to say? What kind of stigma are you trying to stick on my child? Is there something wrong with you? You're not going to stigmatize my child with some IEP and some bullcrap like that, right? You're not going to do it. I want my kid in normal classrooms. I want my kids learning normally. I want my kids to have I don't want no modified diplomas, right? But not these parents today. Oh man, I don't care if that kid gets a modified diploma. They don't care. Long as they get that check, they don't care. They don't care how it affects that child's life. They don't care if that child can't later in life become a psychologist or a doctor or something big, the governor, a senator, right? Just so they got their damn check. That's pathetic. It's disgusting. They don't realize that, I don't think they know the ratifications that it's going to cost their child in the future by what they are doing. They don't know. They don't know how they're messing that child's life up at all. Um, uh, yeah, I heard that Andrew's brother supposedly is a friend, but still the guy knows Andrew's son Hunter and knows what kind of child he is because being Hunter's dad's bestie and hanging around there all the time like a brother would or an uncle, I'm sure he got to know Hunter very well. Um, it's like myself. I've got girlfriends and of course I get to know their children very well because their children, I hang out with my kids and they play together and their children are at my home a lot and just like my girlfriends, they're at my house quite a bit too and so forth and so on. And yes, you very much do get to know their children, right? You get to know a whole lot, of good. You get to know a whole lot of good about humans, and you get to know a whole lot of bad about humans as well, right? Um, but that's just being human. That's just being human. But I can tell you, I can tell you the difference between all the children, right? I mean, being around them all the time, I can tell you the ones that are spoiled, right? Totally spoiled. Um, and the ones that seem to have issues with shyness or you know intimidation or something. um and then the ones that are that you better not, you know the ones that you better not turn your back on. I mean, like, I got one girlfriend, and I wouldn't leave my kids in a room with her kids at all. Her kids are violent. They're violent. You know, they are violent. Always wanting to fight, always wanting to argue. Um, I don't like that. And so no, would I leave my kids with them? No, absolutely not. Um, I've got another girlfriend that her kids are really cute. They're really smart. Well mannered, well minded. Really good kids, right? Very good kids. Yeah, I mean they're human children. Um, she's got one that thinks that you know she's got one child that you would think the family owns a Maserati. Um, you know, the little girl is like she's something different, and but that's what makes her her. She's got what I'm saying. She's got a lot of pride and and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. She's I actually like the child. Um, and she's super smart. She's super smart, but she's spoiled. She is spoiled. Um, and she's got some siblings that ain't spoiled like her. She is a spoiled one. Um, but you know, it's just people. They're all different. They're all different types of people. I've got a girlfriend that has a child that I promise you that child's an old soul. Um, it acts shy when it goes somewhere. I don't care if it's in public or you know at someone's home or even at their own home. Um, the child just you know is really doesn't like to talk much. Um, kind of just shy, you know, just always. I mean, you really have to sit down and like pull a conversation out of the child. It once it starts talking to you, you know, gets comfortable talking, it'll talk to you. But it takes a lot, you know, to get it to talk. And but that's not because of you know they're really great people, really good people. The child's well taken care of and everything. The child's just shy. Some children are shy, right? And but physically and mentally and everything, the child is super healthy. It's just shy. It likes to read books and you know draw and paint and just other things. You know, just a different type of child. Yeah, resources are good. Resources are good. It takes a lot of pressure off of one person doing it all. That's true. Oh, I didn't know that. His mother paid for the flight. I didn't know that. And Don and Candace need me to be their mentor. No way, no way in hell. No way in hell would I be their mentor. You know, I tell you what, if I thought that Don and Candace were truly innocent, which I don't. Um, and you know that's my opinion, and I am damn entitled to it. I you know absolutely not. Um, I don't think they're no more innocent than I do that a wooden penny could spend. Um, so with that being said, absolutely not. If I did, if I would have, you know, if I would have, you know, if I believed that they were innocent, um, put it this way: if Don and Candace could have convinced me back when I was speaking to them, if I would have seen innocent parents instead of the guilty game playing pieces of shit that they were, if I would have actually been seeing, you know, what I felt was innocent people, trust and believe Don and Candace, law enforcement would have done cleared them. Because I would have had my ass. I would have had my ass up on Ben Hill Road, and I would have been pushing. And what I'm saying is, I would have came in there with lawyers. I'd have came in there with lawyers myself, and I would have absolutely demanded, or the lawyers would have demanded that Don and Candace be cleared. They would have been cleared. And personally, I would have took care of those attorney fees myself. And I would have made sure that they got cleared. And not only would I make sure that Don and Candace got cleared, but I would have also went at Child Protective Services to return their children, because no grieving parents should have to be put through that kind of hell. And yes, I would have pushed for it. I would have and I would have, pushed for Don and Candace to relocate to a better way of life, a better home, and a better way of life, than on that damn hill. Or at least think about rebuilding up there, right? Rebuilding, possibly some type of log cabin, something different, 3 or 4 bedroom log cabin instead of that shack of a, ran down shack they were huddling up in. Yes, I would have pushed for a better life for them, right? And I would have allocated for getting people to join hands to get, more things done, so that family could have had a better life. But seeing what I've seen, absolutely not. I agree with law enforcement. They are number one suspects. I know why. I see why. Yes, absolutely. And Texas Brad, I'm bringing you up. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good, honey. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I have a question
Go ahead.
for everybody in the chat. My husband just showed me a letter. It's that time of the year. How many people are going to help and need families for Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, for me and my children.
Well, I'm in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
so $22.50 will feed 10 people. So I told my husband, yes, I want to do it because I have had so much help from the state of Texas as far as a women's shelter with my kids. So I want to do that.
Is that a charity?
Yes, it's the Salvation Army.
Oh, that's who you collect money for?
No, well, we just got the letter. That's the first time we've ever gotten a letter from them.
Oh, wow. Me and my kids, we usually ask at the schools, the homes that need. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm bringing you up, honey, if you want to close your camera. We usually ask at the schools in our community. And I basically, I don't buy like, when me and my husband, we used to do the same thing. And what we did is, at one point, what we did was buy, all the trimmings and everything, put them in boxes, and then, gift cards for the person to go to the store and buy, the turkey or ham or whatever they wanted. But I don't do that no more. I just go and I just straight up give gift cards.
Well, he showed me the letter, and because of me and my kids being in a shelter here, in
Right.
Texas. I told them, I said, I gotta give back because I have had so much help from people in the community.
Wow. Wow. You know what? Does it have like an address or something that you can where you can send it?
Yeah, yeah, it come with what do you
But
call
just drop that in the chat, and if anyone wants to help, hey,
Yeah,
there you go.
they can get a hold of the Salvation Armies in their area to see what kind of help they will that they can offer. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then take it from there. This one that we got came with like 6 different packages, and I told them, I said, I think 2250 would be plenty to feed 10 people.
Right.
You know. And then we do the same thing for Christmas. You get an angel off a tree with a child's name on it, and you buy what's on their wish list.
What I do is when I clean out, like, I clean out my pantries and stuff.
Uh
Like,
huh.
what I do is, like, every couple weeks. I know a lot of people rotate, right? They put the new stuff in the back and then other stuff in the front.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
that don't work for PG. Let me
No.
tell you something right now. That just don't work for me. Because I stay real busy constantly, and I forget to do this stuff. Um, so that don't work for me. But what I do is I pull all the stuff out, and that I don't use up. I pull it out, I box it, and then I put the new stuff in, and I take the boxes and to like the church,
Uh huh.
that help. Soup kitchens, it helps. And like you said, there is women's shelters and stuff that you can take it to.
Yep.
Um, Usually I donate clothes and stuff to the
Yep.
women's shelter. But um, the food I usually give to soup kitchens or to churches that
Now,
send it out to people who need it, or
now,
and at the soup kitchen they actually use it and cook it. Um,
well, here in
Sometimes I'll
Texas,
even take it to the pantries, where they'll put it on it, because the pantries right now, most food pantries are like the stores; they're really running low.
exactly.
So anything you can take to your local food pantries, please do, because
But
this helps feed a lot of people.
here in Texas, we don't have to do that to where we can go through our canned goods and stuff like that. What we do is we bag them up and we set them out by the mailbox, and the mailman takes them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that, girl. Hey, Lava
Yep.
Scorpio, I'm bringing you up, hon. Hey, we're getting a full house up here tonight.
Hey PG,
Hey,
hi
how's it
beautiful.
going, girl?
How's everybody? It's a great.
I love it,
I don't want to.
Scorpio.
I love you guys. You are awesome. I really have to say, PG, the chat we have going here tonight is really inspirational for one another. I know you got off subject, but I have to say, we in the chat.
Hey, it's all right, because you know what? We go out in left field once in a while, right? And that's okay, because we're just humans. And then we come back. But when we go out in left field here, it's always a good cause. It's
Mm-hmm.
like we're not in left field for no reason.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely God driven for sure.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey
So,
Texas Rat Brat.
How are
absolutely.
you, Scorpio?
The holidays are coming up, and I'm going to tell you, I really appreciate you coming up and letting us know about that, because I'll tell you why. The holidays are coming upon us, Texas Brett. You are so right, and there is so many people who can use our help, and it's not just. Here's my thing that I'd like to bring to everyone's attention. It's not just about, outside people needing help. It's not about just poor children, um, you know, like the Wells children needing help. Um, this is about even middle class. You will be surprised at how many middle class kids who don't get much for Christmas because the parents are busy paying a lot of money out for taxes. They're paying a lot of money out for, you know, these are families who are trying to keep a roof over their kids' head, send them to decent schools, drive a decent vehicle, a safe vehicle for their children. They're paying insurance. Um, and when the holidays roll around, these are people that, they really can't afford a lot. And if you know families like that, please help them as well. And and a lot of people go out and they'll give to, you know, other places when they have a need in their own family first, right? I mean, if you have a niece or, a nephew or a cousin or, a brother or sister, someone in your family, your mother, maybe your mother just don't have enough to give everybody a gift. Hey, say this year, Mom, I'm going to help you
Yep.
buy some gifts so that so you can give them out and because you don't know what a strain it is on a parent. You don't know what a strain it is on a parent. I mean, I know my mother had so many kids and so many grandkids, and I know how hard Christmases were for her.
Yes.
And and I'll be honest with you, I always helped her. I always helped her at Christmas because I knew, I did not want my mother being embarrassed or feeling bad that she couldn't, give
Provide. Yeah.
give gifts to everyone because, you know, um, our parents, they did so much for us. Let's give back to them as well, right? Let's give back to them. My parents are in heaven, and
So
but
am I, PG.
I feel that while they were on this earth, God knows PG did all I could. Um, yeah, to give them hell too. But I did all I could to help them financially.
That's all.
Absolutely did. And I don't regret a day of it, not one day.
No.
So, help the people that are closest to you also. You know, the Bible tells us to, to to feed to feed the
Yep.
homeless, to help the widows and the fatherless, right? It tells us to help these people. And some of these people are right here in our own backyard. So if anybody else wants to come up, please untake the link. I'm sorry, I think I saw somebody, but they left me. um I have so much content, it's hard to see the bottom roll, and sometimes somebody will get away from me. But if you want to take the link, you're always welcome. It's open panel here all the time. But yeah, help your own. The Bible tells us to sweep our own front porch first, right? Take care of our own
Well,
before
that's
we
why I said
take
that
care of others.
I want to give back because I have no family. My mom's been gone 7 years,
I understand.
7 or 8 years this month, and all of my family's in Michigan, and I've been like the black sheep of the family. They don't want nothing to do with me,
Right.
and I'm fine. I'm fine with that because then I don't have drama.
Right.
Hey,
You
I'm going to tell you something.
Same
Um,
here, Texas Brett.
I tell you something. If you just have, you might think, well, I really can't afford anything. But I'm going to tell you something. I will tell you something. I've worked at places, volunteer. You volunteer at food pantries and food places and so forth and so on through the holidays, right? Because it's good for your kids to learn
Yep.
and see this kind of stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you. I have absolutely delivered delivered boxes to people's homes.
Yep.
Yep.
And I have also collected stuff from people. You know, I've heard people come and they'll say, I don't have much, but I wanted to give this little bit, right? And maybe it was just
Exactly.
a couple cans of canned goods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you something. I have seen people open that box up and they pull out that canned good that person that couldn't give much, they pulled out their canned good and said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so glad these were in here."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you something. That's when you know. That's when you know, man, that there is power in giving.
All it takes is a little bit of love and caring.
Mm-hmm.
That little that the person that thought they gave so little did not realize that they had gave so much.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And you know, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing to see. So what I'm saying is, you know, don't think you're not blessing someone. Anything is welcomed. Anything is welcome. That one little thing of yours is somebody else's everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have to say that I grew up in a big family. My parents didn't make a lot of money. Um, we always were provided with a house, a roof, and food. But when it came to Christmas time, there were 8 children, and my parents, like I said, didn't make a lot of money, and we got a lot of our gifts from um, the Salvation Army
Yep.
and St. Vincent de Paul. And
Ex-
I
Yeah.
made I could make a stand up joke about this because it is like it would come like, a gift girl from 6 to 8. And I was grateful for those presents. Like it didn't matter to me when I was a little kid where they came from.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And I was just
Absolutely.
ecstatic to get whatever. And that's why I stay grateful and positive, because I do know that there are still good people in this world that can just change a
Amen.
child's life. And
Just
it
like you, love a Scorpio.
I know
Um,
it.
you just donated. You just donated here a little bit ago to this chat. This
Mhm.
chat is so amazing. We all have struggles, but keep fighting. Summer, I wish you had people fighting for you, Summer. You know she does, all of us.
Yeah.
But I know where you're coming from because you wish that she'd have had parents that, you know, I believe if Summer really had parents that loved and were willing to fight for her, she would not be missing today.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's my opinion. That's what I truly believe because I believe that they had all to do with whatever happened June 15th,
And
2021.
that's exactly what I meant.
My opinion. And you know, so I understand where you're coming from and I absolutely appreciate the support that you've given for Summer's channel
I
tonight.
always will.
I totally and utterly appreciate that girl, and I want you to know that. And I
Thank
know
you.
if Summer was here, she'd just hug your neck and tell you how much she appreciates it as well.
I know
I
she
know she
would.
would.
I know she
Yep.
would too.
So
Yep.
God bless.
But yes, going back to giving when you can, I was also a battered wife, and after I was divorced, my kids were in their middle teens, and I adopted through the church from a battered women's shelter. And me and my 2 daughters went out with the list what they needed. And let me tell you, the lessons that my daughters learned from that, you can't buy that anywhere. You can't buy that experience anywhere. To give back to somebody that you know has not lived the best life up until that point, and knowing
Ex-
that those people will open up, those women will open up those gifts and just say, wow, somebody cared enough to think about me.
Yep.
Amen. Amen. Absolutely, girl.
You know
Exactly.
what? You know what I want for Christmas? I want a Bible. That's all I want.
You don't have a Bible, honey?
I had one when I was a little girl. I was little, like Summer, and my mom took it and wouldn't give it back.
Oh,
And
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she stopped me from going to church and everything.
I'm
And
so
that's all
sorry
I
to
want.
hear that.
Yep. My daughter, she lives here with me with my grandkids, and that's all she wants is a Bible for Christmas.
Hey, listen, if you have a cash app, I'll be more than glad to put it in the chat and ask that people donate the rest of the night to you. If you don't have one, you make one. I don't come in on Fridays. I won't be here tomorrow night because it's the 7th. But I tell you what, God willing, I get in here on Saturday night. I'll definitely put it up. Your
You know
cash
what?
app, so you can buy yourself and your granddaughter a Bible.
I would love
You
to
know what?
donate. I would love to buy it for you.
You guys know what I don't understand is Jesus is supposed to be a part of our life and be our world because he sacrificed for us.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have to pay for that Bible?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't
Well,
I
I tell you why we pay for the Bible. It's because um, people, if they were just free, well, they are. If you go to a church, they'll give you a Bible for free. They'll give you one and your granddaughter a Bible for nothing. If you just go in and talk to the preacher, they will give
Mhm.
you Bibles at a church for free. Absolutely, they will.
I'm gonna have to do that. My
But you
daughter.
I'd like to put up your Cash App, and I'll tell you why. Because I really want you to get a Bible that's got
Mm-hmm.
your name on it, and I really want your granddaughter to have one with her name on the front cover as well.
My
Because there's nothing more beautiful than a personalized Bible that
my
is
Yeah.
Bible
dedicated to you alone.
my Bible that I got when I was a little girl had my name on it. It
Right?
was a blue Bible. It was a soft cover. I can remember it. My mom would not give it to me.
But um, the reason that we have to buy Bibles is because if they were everywhere for free, people would take so many. They would, a Bible something it is not supposed to be. Um, it's something that is not supposed to be mistreated. And you
Exactly.
have so many people, you would be finding them in garbage cans and everywhere. If
Mm-hmm.
people, that's why we pay for our Bibles, because when we pay for something, we respect it, right?
Right.
Right.
When we get something, we respect it and hang on to it and we keep it. Um, and I'm going to tell you, I know what you feel like. When you're a child and that beautiful person in your life puts a Bible in your hands, the Bible is one of the best gifts that
Mm-hmm.
you could ever give anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they do offend people. Before I hand out Bibles, I always ask, you know, is it okay? Is it okay, to give
Mm-hmm.
the children a Bible?
Mm-hmm.
Or, is it okay? Would you like, if it's a grown person, I say, hey, would you like a Bible? You know, I don't force it on nobody. If they don't want it, hey, it's okay. They're just not ready for it. And you just pray that, hey, someday they'll want to take it, take a Bible. One day you hope that in the future they will remember you offering it to them,
Yeah.
and they'll get one and they'll read it. You just have to pray. When people, sometimes you have to shake the dust off your feet and move on. But, if you do it with a prayer. Do it with a
It,
prayer and hope that, that this person finds a better life, because, you know, I'm not out to hate on anybody's back. I
Mm.
ain't out to hate on anyone's back. Um, People say, PG's, uncompassionate or whatever. That's not true. That's not true at all. Usually when people come at me sideways, all I do is I showed them back how they was coming at me. I
Mm-hmm.
give
exactly.
them the taste of their own medicine, and hope and in hopes that they'll change, hopes that they'll say, "Dang, um, I didn't like I didn't like taking this dose of medicine back. Why did I give it out? Why did
Mhm.
I? I want them to see how they made me feel. But a lot of people don't care how they made PG feel. They just
Right.
care about how their feelings got hurt.
And,
And
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 you're right.
and that makes me sad too,
You're
because
right.
then all of a sudden they're playing a victim when they were not a victim at all.
Yep.
And um, but the most you can do for them is pray for them, right? God knows
Yep.
your heart. He knows you wasn't doing it deceitfully or ugly or just to be mean. He knows you were trying to teach them a lesson, and they just wasn't learning it. And
Yep.
and all I am is sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. And the most you can do is is to just pray for them and hope that sometime they'll realize the pain and hurt and suffering they putting on other people and how they shouldn't have been doing it.
Texas Brat Brat, do you know how to go to the back chat, the private
No.
chat?
No, I don't even mess with none of these buttons.
Okay, so go to chat on the bottom,
Okay.
and I left you a message there.
Okay.
Instead of going to comments, go to chat.
Okay. I'm in chat.
Okay, do you see my message to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so just put that in the comment.
Um. Oh,
Do you have an email?
yes.
That's what she's asking for. Or do you have Facebook too?
I don't have Facebook.
Oh, you
I
don't
don't.
have Facebook. Okay. She doesn't have Facebook, so you guys would have to communicate through email.
Mm-hmm. So if you can type your email in there, I will email you.
Okay. There you go.
Awesome. Got it. Okay.
I do have Messenger, and but I don't really use Messenger too often.
Yeah, I don't have I dumped Facebook like 5 years ago.
Well, I got the only reason I got Messenger is because my son lives in Portland, Oregon.
Ah, okay.
We video chat um every once in a while to each other.
Right. Okay.
But
Well,
PG,
I got your email. I will
you
let you know my screen name here. So this way you know it's Love is Scorpio, and then we'll take it from there.
okay?
Okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Of course, honey. We have to
And
we have to stick together here.
Yeah,
and
we
do you have a cash out, Texas Brett Brett?
no.
Do you know how to make one?
My daughter's got one, and it's just something that I really wasn't interested in having.
Well, maybe
Maybe
she'll
she
let
can make
you.
one for you.
Maybe she'll make one for you, or let you use hers,
Yeah.
and I'll put it in the chat to Saturday night, and we'll get you some donations to get you a Bible and your granddaughter a Bible. Um, please pass this on for the Bible. Zelda, I have no way to do that.
Yeah,
No way to do that. Do you want me to send it back to you?
yeah. I don't have cash out.
If you want me to send it back to you, Zelda, I can. Um, but I have no way without giving out my identity. I have no way of doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll take care of it.
P-
So do you want me to send you back to 20?
PG. Do you know why my mom did that all that to me
I was gonna ask you, but I didn't want to.
with the church and the Bible and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Because I wore a pair of pantyhose to church.
Hmm.
And she
What kind
took
of
it.
what kind of church was it?
I went to a Christian Baptist.
Hmm.
It was big, huge church.
Was that not their dress code?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you to this day, Scorpio, I cannot put on a pair of pantyhose without them ripping.
Mm. I'm sorry, honey.
But, you know, like PG's always saying, they're the ones that's going to have to face their maker, not me.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
Mm.
she's already done that. And I hope and pray that God finds out the answers of how and why I had to grow up the way that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't know that until my passing.
I'm sorry, honey.
That's
We
okay.
all we all live through things we will never understand. That I can tell you.
That's what made me the person that I am today.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Um, Arctic, I wish I could. I wish I could, but if I mail something to someone, it's going to show the state where I'm at.
Yeah,
It would give out information that I don't
Yeah.
want out, upon myself. Um,
exactly.
but so I will return it to Zelda. I will return the 20 to her. And when Texas Brat gets the cash out Saturday night, maybe Zelda can give it to her then. And that way it takes me out of the middle of it.
Another way that you can mail things to people, go 2 counties over.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could. So many people.
Yeah. So many people come for PG. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy, and
too much.
I can't afford to
No,
put
Yeah,
you
my
can't.
children, at risk like that. I mean, if I didn't have any children at all,
Right.
trust me, I'd open a camera. I'd be out here. I wouldn't
Listen,
care.
I don't blame you, PG, at
But
all.
with having to protect them,
yeah, you
I
gotta do
have
what
to
you
protect
do.
them. That is what it is.
I went into Andrew's live the other day and I stood up for you in his live because he was going off about remember how Bob G did something to Andrew and then Andrew started on you.
And when
And,
he started on me. Just out of the blue no, not really out of the blue. Someone had hit me up and said that 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 Bob guy was in Andrew's chat and over there saying stuff and got
yep,
Andrew ripped up, and they warned me. They said Andrew's going to be said something about coming after you. And I
yep,
said, why would he do that? I ain't never done nothing to him. And they said, because that Bob guy was in there revving him up.
yep.
This is someone that, told me this through the grapevine. And
Well,
I said, wow,
when
I couldn't believe that. And I just left it alone. And he did. He absolutely did.
when
And
you discussed it on your channel the other night, that next morning, Andrew went on, and I mean, they were all in there talking crap, and I told them straight up, I said, PG doesn't normally address people like this unless you attack her first.
oh,
And
yeah.
then Andrew was like, well, I'm not true crime, and I'm not da-da-da, maybe you're in the wrong place. See ya.
And yeah, no, I didn't go at him at all. He came at me sideways.
Exactly.
And um I did give him a taste of his own medicine, right?
Yeah, he didn't
And,
like it.
and he certainly didn't like it. He did not like it at all. You know, I guess a little sugar does help the medicine go down. But I didn't add no sugar to it. And
Well,
and he didn't like it at all. But you know, and then he tried to be play the victim. Then he tried to
Yep.
play the victim.
Yep.
Oh, I just talked about. I just said she needs to clean her toaster, and I just said that she needed to. She had a crush on a firefighter, and all these. No, that isn't what you said. You said that I was disrespecting firefighters. I was disrespecting I don't even know where the military came in at, because I didn't even mention no military. um but that was way out there.
Yep.
And I don't even know where the hell that was coming from, because I come from a military family. So actually, what they would call a brat, right?
Yep.
And so I don't even understand all of that. But yeah, it was insane. It was
Yep.
absolutely insane. Um,
I don't care
that
what
he
guy.
played the victim like that. No, don't go at somebody and just think that, what is people supposed to do? I mean, they think that you're a doormat, that
Yep.
they can just walk over and and everything's going to be cool. No, absolutely not. Don't come at someone sideways and then expect them to just brush it off and move on and let you talk however you want about them, because that ain't the way this world works
Exactly.
at all.
If I
And I
go
did
in,
not say one thing that was not true where he was concerned.
well,
Absolutely not. I mean, he said stuff that was not true where I was concerned, but I did not say anything that was not true where he was concerned.
well, if
I
I go
mean,
into a chat room and I see somebody dogging and putting you down and just saying horrible stuff, yeah, I got your back. I'll say something to them.
hey girl,
I
I
don't.
appreciate that. I really do.
I
But
don't give. That's why I got blocked off the farm.
yeah, yeah. I'm going to tell you. Um, me and Daisy, we've been like, I mean, we go way back, right? We go way back, and I mean, me and her are more a tick for attack, right? A tick for attack. Um, it just, I mean, in all honesty, I think that lady enjoyed giving PG hell.
Oh yeah.
Um, I really do. And and like me and her, we just it was like family. We were like used to, back and forth, whatever. But you know, um, she started going at other people, and I'm going to tell you something. They really, I mean, it got took to a whole new level on her, right?
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, they got took to a whole different level, and one that really freaked her out. And I'm like, wow,
Yep.
you know, like these people wasn't making a little funny meme and and just giving her a dose of her own medicine a little bit. They really, whoa, it was
A lot
some.
of them went ham on her, and she's gotten to the point where she's
Mhm.
filing false police reports now.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she had people going past her house. She
yep.
had stuff being sent to her that wasn't, welcoming at all. And
Have you heard the latest?
about
She's
her voodoo doll, yeah, I heard
no,
about that too.
no. She's supposedly going out and buying a drone
Oh
so
yeah, I
that
heard she went and purchased
yeah,
a she purchased like $100 and some something, and then a drone, and like she's spending money like crazy, right?
yep.
I'm glad somebody can afford to spend it.
You and me,
She-
both.
She's off her rocker. She's off the
Yep.
farm. She left the farm.
Well, I don't. I
Did
go
you
over.
see where she was out? Did you see her video where she was out in the woods?
Looking for Sasquatch.
Yeah, she can't even. She's supposed to be looking for Bigfoot. She might as well say Bigfoot because she
Oh.
can't say right. She can't say Sasquatch. But anyway, yeah, and she calls it something else. I don't
can't
know.
deal with the drama from her.
I tell you what, if it's out in them woods, it's probably an ass squat. All right. That's all I got to
PG,
say.
it might be a cock squat.
Yeah.
That's what I wonder. She's found Donald yet? Is that her Sasquatch? They look so good.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
damn, she got a cookie. Holy shit, did you see the price of the cookies Day got? She got
No.
cookies? Man. Really? You mean she done ate the big funnel cake with strawberries? It was big as a plate, full of strawberries, topped with whipped cream, and who knows what else. And she ate the whole thing.
No
And-
self-control.
I've
Yeah,
never had a funnel cake.
on top of 5 big old fist-sized meatballs, and she didn't let one get loose. And now she gets cookies? Oh my God. Damn. I'm so jelly, man. I'm telling you.
No, you don't want to be. You don't want to be.
You're definitely
That
not
didn't
jelly
like
of
me,
that
man.
cow.
That didn't even like me. You know, I was really upset with her because she didn't even offer PG, even not even a little taste of
Crumb?
the
Not even a crumb.
not one strawberry. I promise you, not one single strawberry.
She didn't like
Offered up.
plate.
And I bet she don't offer me a damn cookie either. What the hell? What's wrong with you, Davy?
When you look at that food, you think of her and her diabetes.
Right.
Hey, I'm trying to get some. All right. I'm trying to get some damn diabetes. Give me some strawberries, right? I want some funnel cakes filled up with strawberries, whipped topping. I want that shit. I don't know. I don't know about 5 fist-sized meatballs, but yeah, I want that. Okay, I want those damn cookies if they look good.
PG got that sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you something, man. I could get up and eat. Just give me donuts for breakfast, cake for lunch and dinner. PG be in heaven. PG be in heaven. That's all. That's it, man. Just sweets all day long. Throw me.
I don't think Daisy shares her food. What do you think?
Yeah.
Nope.
Forget the food. Who needs food? Right?
She won't even share with the pigs.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be the first one at the dish.
All right, you all. I got to get down. Much love to you, Texas Brat. Look out for an email from me, okay?
Hey, I appreciate you coming up, Scorpio. God bless.
Thank you, PG. Love you all. Love the chat.
Hey, love you too, girl.
And I love Summer. My heart breaks for her every day, and I just want this baby to find her well-due justice. And God bless you all, and we will take care of each other in this chat. That's what it's all about.
Amen.
Thank you all. I love you much. Bye, honey.
Bye.
Oh, what's going on in Philadelphia?
Oh, you mean she ain't got no goody good in those cookies? Oh, I don't need that. Oh my God, you guys are not going to believe what's in the back chat. I am so going to post your bottom all over. I'm gonna have your bottom all over freaking Facebook. I won't show you here, buddy, but I'm gonna tell you what. Your old nasty, broken down, sticking out pot belly, saggy ass. I'm gonna tell you, you look like you're like 9 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
Disgusting. Yeah, I got this big old flabby ass belly that's bouncing around. It's so disgusting to even look at. You Dunlap, bitch.
That's
Your
probably
belly
Bob.
wrapped over your shit. That is
That's,
ugly.
that's probably Bob G.
I think it's Benny Keys in a bikini or something trying to dance for me. All right. Or maybe Donald. Might be Donald. That belly was big.
Oh,
I hope that shit wasn't Candace. Right? That was
oh,
nasty. I'm telling you, man. Bitch, come back. You need to pay me for watching that shit. Right? Sure, jump that ass up in the chat and leave me. Well, you better leave me $100 having to look at that shit. You paid me to look at it. Nasty ass mother freaker. Ooh, fuck that. That was disgusting. I'm gonna tell you what, and I am posting. I snapshotted it. I am going to post it out on freaking Facebook for everybody to see that nastiness. It was gross. Straight up gross. I couldn't tell if I had a penis or not.
give it to me. I'll use the avatar picture.
That was nasty. All I seen was this giant stomach, man, just flapping around like bloop, 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 bloop.
That's got to be Bob G.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, that was some Dunlap. All right, that was disgusting as disgusting gets.
It took your mind off the
And
phone.
they was trying to shake this freaking
Yeah,
disgusting already dropped butt in the back. It was really bad, straight up bad. I'm telling you, you tell whatever it was did not have any workouts. That is true. Girl, I'm gonna tell you, if I gotta get blinded, so do you guys. Right?
I'm glad I don't have Facebook.
That shit hurt my eyes. I'm gonna tell you. I find out who that was, man. I promise you, that would be a lawsuit. Right?
Exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, honey. So you just
Probably one of these glasses after that. Some of them real dark ones.
we know
We had some on now.
we
Right?
know it's Benny, and we know it's not Ernie.
PG's gonna be looking like Ray Charles.
I wonder if they are in chat.
It was gross. It was absolutely gross. I promise you, I am gonna get some real dark glasses so I don't have to see that shit no more.
Right, yeah.
It's right down disgusting.
Yep.
It's shit like that often keeps me awake at night. Freaking haunting me. That shit right there haunts you. Right?
I was in a chat earlier when we were talking about if
That
we would
motherfucker trick or treat. Got me with the freaking trick, right? That wasn't no fucking treat for sure.
Well, we were talking about if we were close to Don and Candace that we would dress up this summer and just spook the shit out of them all night.
Hey, I tell you what I got. I'll tell you what I got tonight. Is I show you a dance right here. Who's doing it? There you go. Come on, break it down. Break it down. Come on, Granny. Get stepping. That's how she's getting it up off the heel. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm leaving. See ya. Want to be ya. All right. Oh, Granny, breaking it down.
They wish they could dance like that.
Oh, Granny, dance that ass off the heel. All right.
Hey, I have another question.
She added a whole new meaning to that word shit and get it.
I have another question for you, honey. Crooked Arrow, Sherry, she's been going in. She's come in your chat and she has mentioned Chimney.
Right.
I seen her in somebody else's chat today. I don't remember whose, but she mentioned that if you go back and watch the interview with Grandis, that supposedly Grandis says that Summer is no longer here in that video.
I didn't hear Grandma say that. I listened to Grandma pretty closely, and I didn't hear nothing like that.
I went,
Where did this story come from about Grandis left husband for another woman? Well, actually, she didn't leave him for another woman. She just left him for a woman. I'm kidding. No, Allie told. Allie's the one that told about Grandis leaving her husband and Candace said it too. Candace said that Grandis left her dad for a girlfriend, for a lady, and that lady's that lady's in the old folks' home now. I remember the last time I was on, I played where Donald was trying to accuse Grandma's lover, and he found out she's in the old folks' home. It's like we can't use her, Candace, right?
yep,
These guys are hilarious, man. They crack me up. They really do. I do gotta laugh at some of the shit they pull. All right.
that's up there. That's sad and nasty. Who would want to touch it?
Yeah, Don said it too, right? They always saying it. And so it must be true.
No, but I honestly think that they didn't expect Summer's case to go as far as it did, and they were hoping that it would go away like Rose did.
Oh yeah, trust me, Grandis is the man in the relationship. Absolutely.
It,
Absolutely. She is, I mean, she looked like a man. She walked like a man, right? She freaking like she dresses like a man. Yeah. She definitely thinks she's the one with the you know what.
yeah,
That's dangerous. Right? I seen
yeah.
Allie sitting in her camper door. I was like, oh shit, run, Allie, run. Right?
Uh-uh.
Allie's got a disadvantage, right? With all that weight. Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting. Well, you have to wonder how you look at it though. Grandma was in the back of her, she's gonna have a problem pulling her in. All right. But she's in front of her, she's gonna have a problem getting away. So it depends. Is Granny on the flip side or what? Right.
I heard Candace was with a woman too.
Oh shit. Oh God, girl. Them guys are something different.
Hey, hey, there's your, where'd he go? There's your back chat nasty butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're bringing out the men talking now.
He likes to come and do the dance. He's a sicko, man. What a sicko. That's disgusting. I already seen that once. I'm trying to keep it up to the upper level so I don't have to see down there. Right?
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. That's disgusting as hell.
Hey, you remember a while back when somebody was going in back chats and putting horrible crap about Summer and
Oh yeah, I know. We don't pay attention to back chat here because if you, I ain't giving them no clout. You know what I'm saying? That's they.
but
I just
do
like I don't
it
even pay attention to it because they're just no. If you pay attention to it, then all you're doing is and opening yourself up for them to
and
continuously
ignore.
do it. If you just you
Yeah,
know not give a flying rat's ass, then they don't care, right? It
right.
they'll get away and leave you be.
But the reason why I asked or said something, do you think that that was Candace doing that in the background because it mentioned the dildos? Who got dildos thrown on her property? Candace did.
I don't
And
know.
Dawn said she had 8 of them. Somebody asked him the other day, how many did she have or get? And he said 8. And then they asked, was there any black ones in there?
The dildos in the yardo. All
Yeah,
right, that's what
exactly.
Ernie was saying. But I heard they did, and it probably was her own that was out there. I hope Ernie didn't pick them up,
Oh,
right? I hope he didn't pick them up.
could you imagine LE and TBI seeing them laying in the yard? I
Mhm. Absolutely not.
couldn't imagine.
That would be gross.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you.
Buckets of yeah, that's what they're talking about. That is disgusting.
But when all that was going on, that's the first person I thought of was Candace because of those that were in her yard. And it was done to Daisy, but Candace wasn't in chat when it was done. And when it was over with, she came into chat.
Okay, you weirdo. I'm getting your IP address right now. That's why I let you dance for so long. You freaking sicko. I was
I was,
turning your ass in. Yeah, that's hilarious. I got your face. I got your face, sicko.
oh,
That was hilarious. I actually got the sicko's face. That is disgusting. Now everybody gets to see who it was.
there you go.
Oh my God. It really was a man. I can tell that it was a man.
I want you to make a meme out of it.
I would if I could, but I couldn't. I wouldn't be allowed to make a meme out of that. All right. That's too disgusting. Trust me, it'll be sent out on I can't put things like that here, but Facebook. He's gonna be all over Facebook. That is so true. That's disgusting.
I'm glad I don't have Facebook. But I'm going to go ahead and bust down, honey, and let you finish up the live.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Um, I did have other things I'd like to cover tonight, but we did get out in the field, and that's okay. It's okay. That's what
Well,
happens sometimes. So you
well,
know what? We'll just be back. We'll just be back, God willing. We'll be back Saturday, and uh, and we'll do this all again. Between now and Saturday, please try to get a cash app, so that we can get you and your granddaughter a Bible.
I'll have my daughter help me get one because she's got one.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. And let's get you and your granddaughter Bibles for Christmas. Um, Absolutely, that would be beautiful, and to get you
Well,
guys to be able
it
to get
would.
you guys a Bible in your hand. I know how, important it is to have a Bible in your hand. Um, but until then, um, they also have on your phone. You can actually find sites um, that actually um, read the Bible to you.
Okay.
There's different sites that you can go to that actually have the Bible on there. Gateway is called Gateway Bible is
Oh,
a really good one, and you can go on there, and they have the option for you to read the Bible, and they have different versions of the Bible. I support King James. I read nothing but King James Bible.
okay.
Um, and it's super hard to find a real King James Bible now. They have what they call the new version King James. um I don't buy those. The real King James Bible, just King James version of the Bible,
Uh-huh.
are really hard to find, and I hear that pretty soon you won't be able to find them at all.
Oh,
So
wow.
I suggest that, because um they're the only Bible that's written directly from the Bible, the Israelites' Bible.
Right. Right.
So, the King James version is the only one that is written from the original Bible in Israel. So, and they're getting very scarce to find them. Trust me, I know, because that's all I read, and that's
Yeah.
all that I will gift to people or give out, and they're really getting low. Most of the time, you can't even find one. If you go to bookstores and so forth and so on, even Bible bookstores, it's hard to find them.
Wow.
That's the truth. So, you know, that's the type of Bible, the kind, but on Gateway, they have the King James version of the Bible on there that you can actually read, or you can go to Audio Bible
Uh-huh.
and start at the beginning, and it'll read it to you. You could listen to like a couple of chapters a day, and it'll read you the Bible, and you can go all the way through the Bible that way.
Wow.
It's beautiful because especially for kids and so forth, because they can open their own Bible and
Yep.
actually follow along with
Yep.
with it being read, and to know that it's identical to that particular Bible. Um, if you want to, you can do that, and it is because I actually tested it, and it is the King James version that it is reading you. So, but yeah, that's a good place for you to to be able to get the Word of God for right now, until
Right.
you get your Bibles in your hands.
Right.
And I suggest that when you buy your Bibles, I think it's best to get the large print, and that's because it ain't so hard on your granddaughter's eyes.
Yeah.
Even if you have 20/20 vision, the the print in the regular Bibles can be pretty small, and tire your eyes out pretty quick, because there's a lot to read. So, I suggest large print, because you won't. It's beautiful because it's a lot easier to read, and to and easy on the eyes. So,
Exactly.
um, that's what I suggest um,
Okay.
when you buy them. Um, but you get what you want. You get what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll definitely start looking to see if I could find the the first Bible. Like you said, it's gonna be hard.
right, right.
And that would have been the Bible that I got when I was a little girl, right?
And it, did you get it at a church?
Yes, it
A
was given to
preacher,
me
the
from my
preacher gave it to you? Yeah, it more than likely was the King James version of the Bible when you
yeah,
wrote it out. That's usually what they hand out. Is it a Baptist church?
yeah, it was a Christian Baptist.
Okay, yeah, that more than likely that's exactly what it was King James version
Okay.
of the Bible. That's usually what Baptist church hand out is King James version of the Bible.
Okay.
Um, she said, PG, reminder, Saturday night is game night too. Yeah, I didn't play it this past Saturday. Um,
I'll kick the bucket. Kick somebody in the,
yeah, the boot, they get the boot, the steel toe boot.
yeah.
Um, but put a one in the chat if you guys want to keep playing. I didn't know if you guys, I did that because, um, Day Day was doing it. And so, that's why I made that game. But if you guys want to keep playing it, put a one in the chat. If you guys want to keep playing it, I will. Um, I was just basically, you know,
TG, that's what I did the other day.
I told Justin, I said, if she's going to do it, then we're going to do it too. And that's really why I made it. But if you guys liked it and you guys want to keep playing, put a one in the chat, and yeah, I'll pull it up Saturday night. Absolutely. I just didn't know, I didn't know if everybody still wanted to keep playing it or not. But that's why I did it, was to irritate her.
You know what?
All
You
right.
know what I did 2 nights ago? Don't get mad at me. I I tried to get you on Turtle Island.
What?
Yeah, I
Over
was.
at Dolly's?
Yeah,
I was on Turtle Island before and they kicked me off.
yeah.
I like Dolly though because Dolly, like, why you want to kick her off?
I'm
Why
kind
you
of.
want to do that? Right?
I'm kind
He
of glad
was
that.
kind of taking up for me a little bit.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't make it because Miss Jinkies and Daisy and there's a whole mess of them that are going to be on there, and I'm like, oh God, here comes trouble, and I'm so glad PC didn't get picked.
Oh, he put Daisy and all of them on there.
Yep, Daisy and Jinkies is on there. Andrew's on there. I think Ziggy's on there. JLR.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Tattoo Rebel. Bombshell. Something. Yeah, but I'm kind of glad that you didn't get put on there because I thought it would be something fun because you're so invested in this case that I thought it would be something that would bring a little bit of fun into you. But yeah, I literally called Dolly 2 nights ago and voted for you to be on there.
Um, I'm glad I didn't get put on there. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't because I would have been probably one of the first to go. Right?
I don't know. Daisy might be the first one because everybody's having
Got it.
so many problems with Daisy.
Um, maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's having a Turtle Island for like all the people he don't like. I don't know. I
That's
don't
what
know.
I. That is exactly what I thought. This is gonna turn out to be a fight club, dude.
I would think he likes Ziggy. I would
Yeah,
think he likes Ziggy. I mean, you know.
I think he is on there, and they had a lot of people who vote for JLR.
Oh, I love JLR. I absolutely. A lot of people dislike JLR, but I love that guy. I really
Yeah,
do.
I
I support JLR's channel. Absolutely. I'm
yep.
going to tell you right now, I really do. And I suggest people do watch JLR. I mean, he is amazing. He is amazing, and he covers all kinds of different things. I mean, he was down at the border. He was, covering Israel. I mean, this guy, and he goes that extra mile. I mean,
Yep.
he really goes the extra miles to get, to get everything to us, um, and he just, what I'm saying is he's Pacific. He gets into detail,
Yep.
everything.
He,
I think he's amazing. I think
he'll
he's
be. Yep.
amazing.
He,
He was sitting out on the porch that night with with them watching for the guy, the escaped criminal, right? Um, I love him. And he's out there drinking coffee, right? Only JLR would be out there drinking coffee. Um,
wasn't it blueberry coffee?
huh?
Wasn't it blueberry coffee?
I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, he really looked at home on that porch, didn't he?
Yep.
He
He sure
really
did.
looked at home. He is a wonderful human being. He really
Yep.
is, and
He is.
I adore him. I really do. I adore him,
He
and
is
and
awesome.
I watch him a lot. I watch JLR a lot.
Did you watch him when he went to court yesterday for that Carly girl that faked her own kidnapping and stuff?
He's been on that case from day one. He's been
Yeah,
on from day
he
one.
looked he
He
looked
covers everything, and
yeah.
not just covers it. I mean, he shows up on the lawn, right? He shows right up. He cracks me up. He really does. But yeah, I
There's
I
no,
really, I really
no
like LR.
yep, there's no shame in his game. He'll get up in your face whether you want it or not.
And he's not afraid to walk up and talk to people, and be real sociable, and yeah, I absolutely, like I said, I do support his channel, and I do let people know that he is a beautiful person to watch. Absolutely. He's amazing.
Yep.
So I, uh, but he does have a lot of haters. He has quite a few
Oh yeah.
haters. And I think it's because, um, oh, he just does all of this so people supports his trips and this. Well, you know what? Um, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those
Yep.
people, and I'm going to tell you something. I think it's amazing that he's out there doing what he's doing. Right? He's doing what all of these haters don't want to do,
Yep.
and you know, haters are going to hate. You know,
Yep.
nothing you can do is going to ever satisfy him. But you know what? It costs money to do all the things he's doing. It costs money, and not only that, but it's you. He was standing when he was covering the border, letting people know what's going on out there. He was standing in some devastating heat, and he was standing there for hours, and that is exhausting. It is
Yep.
exhausting to do what he does, to sit in a vehicle and drive all of those hours and do everything he does in order to bring everything he's bringing onto the table for people is very
Exactly.
exhausting. And and I don't know why he's getting hate, because why he's getting any hate on his back at all. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? I mean, that's the reason he's doing all that he does, is because the people supporting him support him being able to do all of that.
Yep.
And they're amazing too. They're amazing as well, because they got his supporters, got his back.
Yep.
To be able to get him, for him to be able to do all the things he does. And people just hate on it for some reason. It ain't like he's taking that money and sticking it in his pocket. He's not doing that. I mean, it
No.
costs to stay in those rooms. It costs to get that gas. I mean, I hate to say it, but I bet he pays a lot, out of his pocket as well,
Oh yeah.
because, you know, um, you don't get to put all of that in your pocket, right?
Exactly.
And so, you know, he does a lot, and he
And
deserves, if he has enough left over to buy himself a sandwich, by God, he deserves it. He really does for all he's doing. So,
and you never
thumbs up. I give thumbs up to JLR. God bless. God bless.
and you never know where he's gonna wind up the next day.
No, you don't. You don't. He is amazing. And I got one
You
thing to say about him. He is for the victims. He's for the true victims.
exactly,
That's what I got
exactly.
to say. Listen, girl, I got to get out of here.
Thank
I appreciate you coming up. I really do. And I appreciate you reminding everybody, that it is coming to the holidays and there's so many people out there in need. And yes, they'll be upon us before we know it. And we've got very little time to be
exactly,
preparing for everything. So,
exactly.
absolutely. I appreciate you doing that. And yeah,
You have a wonderful rest of your evening, hon.
you too, girl. You too.
Okay.
God bless. Much love.
Much love and God bless you.
All right, everybody. I had a lot more that, I would have liked to cover tonight, but I'm sorry. We did get out in left field. And sometimes we do that. But, it was okay. It was okay. And I don't think this channel for every one time that we do this, basically really just chit chat and talk about other things. um 99 times we stick to the program, and and do everything we're supposed to be doing. I might come in tomorrow afternoon, and because I did have a lot of content tonight, I would have liked to get out. So if I get an opportunity, I might come in tomorrow before the 7th starts, earlier in the day, and to just finish out all this content. If I don't get that opportunity, God willing, we'll be here um, Saturday night, and we'll finish it all up then. I want to say how much I appreciate my mods and everybody in here supporting Summer and Summer's channel. I want to let you guys know that I so appreciate you, and I know that Summer appreciates you as well. I don't say it often enough. I know, I don't say it often enough how much I absolutely appreciate each and every last one of you. And and I appreciate God putting this channel together for Summer. Um, and all of us together as her army. I so appreciate that. I want to ask, as I do every night, for you guys to keep the prayers going up for Summer. Please, 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 please. And I am saying please, something I don't do very often. But I don't find it hard to say please for Summer. Please keep the prayers going up for this baby. Keep them going up, because from our lips to God's ears, through his son, Jesus Christ, I know he's listening. I know that God, through him, all things are possible. There's nothing that's impossible with God. All things are possible. God letting us find Summer would be a little thing, because nothing is too hard for God. I mean, God parted the sea, right? And he can part whatever needs parted to lead law enforcement through to get Summer. And I truly believe that. So I asked that you keep them prayers going up, because God is parting the path right to Summer right now. Every day we get closer to what happened And getting closer to what happened to her gets us closer to her and where she might be. So keep those prayers going up and know that God is going to lead us to Summer at some point. We will be led to right where she's at. We'll bring her home. We'll get justice. So keep those prayers going up. Keep them going up for this little girl. Keep them going up for one another. It's not that hard to bow your head, fold your hands, and say, hey, God, please let us find this little girl. It's all we want. Nothing more and nothing less than this baby to be found right now. Please, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, let us find Summer. Amen. It's that easy. Pray for one another. Pray for one another as well. There's so many people needing prayer. Please send up the prayers for one another. I don't know what anybody in this chat needs, but God does. God knows everything. And I pray that He answers all of our prayers in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. I'm going to say good night. God bless. Much love. Let me see the support for Summer. Let me see the support in here for Summer tonight. Send those purple hearts up so wherever she's at, and I believe in the arms of an angel, she'll be able to see it as well. And if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Please do. I ask every night that you hit the like button, not for PG, but for Summer. This is her channel, not PG's channel, like everybody says. This is Summer's channel, and it will be Summer's channel until Summer is found, brought home, and justice is served. That's the way it is, and I don't really care what anybody says. God knows my heart. I think everybody that's been here from day one with me, I think you all know my heart too. And you know my heart right now belongs to Summer, and finding Summer and bringing Summer home, as your heart belongs to Summer as well, because you want her brought home and justice served also. Summer is greatly loved by all of us, and no one can tell me any different when it comes to this channel. I know who put this channel together, and I know who they put it together for, and I will not lose sight of that. God bless everybody. Good night.